Reese Plumbing.
The technical term for that ba-whoosh sound when a toilet flushes correctly.
Roland Reese Plumbing.
Roland Reese Plumbing is always the right answer. Roland Reese Plumbing, 260-7059.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
It's a battle of football champions as your Sharks take on the Arizona Rattlers. Don't miss any of the action this Saturday, June 7th. Discover the thrill of indoor football. It's fast-paced, action-packed, and full of family fun. Try the new Family 4-Pack. 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Al's Pizza gift card for only $100. Get tickets at jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. 904-621-0700.
It's a battle of football champions as your Sharks take on the Arizona Rattlers. Don't miss any of the action this Saturday, June 7th. Discover the thrill of indoor football. It's fast-paced, action-packed, and full of family fun. Try our Family Fun Pack. 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Al's Pizza gift card for only $100. For tickets, go to jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. That's 904-621-0700.
Go Sharks!
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Proctor.
It's a big deal. Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth. Rise and shine. Googans, go time. On a Wednesday morning. That means it's a stump day, hump day. Get Smart John joins us. That's coming up a little bit later in the program. Got a lot of fun stuff going. It's a swipey day. Hello, E.T. Good morning, friend. You feeling better today?
Oh, man, I feel like a different person.
My guy yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, we'll peel back the curtain now. I mean, he spent the whole show doubled over a trash can in there in the producer pod, like in the foxhole. Just, you know what happens if you're doubled over a trash can. He wasn't looking for food.
Bro, I was just hacking it.
Yeah. Listen, that's a hostile work environment, by the way. It takes a strong stomach to hear my man in there just purging consistently, but that's how we got. I'm glad to see that you're feeling better.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. Lord have mercy. He just went. Medea just showed up. Okay, so we'll get up and going today. Got Matt Every in studio with us today, so that'll be a good, solid pitch hitting effort as we welcome in Matty E. He'll come in the 7 o'clock hour. We've let Murph is dispatched. There'll be no power hour. Murph, I believe, without checking my text, Tennessee, I think. One of his boys playing youth baseball. I know Matt's son plays youth baseball. I can remember, man. I know there are a bunch of you out there right now, and you're just chest deep in it, aren't you? Whether you're a parent or a coach, or maybe you're a backseat again right now, and you're actually playing youth sports right now. It's a fun time, man. Soak it up. Soak it up. I loved it the first time around, and now with a little, grandson, 2.5, it's coming again, man, and I'm already looking forward to it. So let's get you up and going here. You know what I thought? Can I start with a slice of life observation?
Run it.
That's allowed, right?
Run it.
As the general of the morning commute here in Jacksonville now for over 20 years, I've been driving myself in the 5 o'clock hour, right? It's fascinating to me, and there are a handful of these days over the course of the year. And if you're on the road right now, I'm going to assume you understand what I'm talking about because I just drove in through it. What is it with these days that just pop up out of nowhere that are unexpected from the standpoint of like it's not a holiday weekend or there's nothing that just the traffic shows up out of nowhere? Like this morning is one of those. Maybe it's the rain. I don't know. Maybe rain has clogged things up down further south or somewhere. But yeah, give yourself an extra few minutes today. That the school has let out. There's another observation, slice of life. That school gets out and it saves us all that about 10 minutes every morning, doesn't it? Takes a lot of cars off the road. I don't know. It seems a little trafficky out there to me. Maybe it's just me. Anyway, we're up and rolling. It's a Betros Plumbing Wednesday. Now we will look. First and foremost, if you live at all on the internet, you saw what our guy did yesterday, I suppose.
Oh yeah, it's broken.
Huh?
Broke it.
Yeah. I'm. This is interesting timing here. I was bopping around as I'm prone to do over the course of a day. People ask, when do you get ready for the show? 24/7, man. Just a psycho sports fan.
For sure. That's a legit answer.
It's a legit answer, right?
All day long.
All day long. It's funny how some things time up. I came across a column yesterday. I don't know, Yahoo Sports maybe? Hold on. Let me get into this jug of coffee real quick. I can bring my A game. And this Yahoo column was ranking the teams by their best player. Okay, that's a double-edged question here in Jacksonville now, isn't it? One, where were the Jaguars ranked in a league-wide ranking of a team's best player? And then the second one, the second level of the question is this. Who's the Jags' best player? Who represents them on that list from 1 to 32? I knew my answer, perhaps unfair, before I pulled up the list. Spoiler alert, the Jags are 30. Well, listen, in these terms, every team's best player. Think about how deep down the list you go with the Lamars and Mahomes and Burrows of the world, right?
Bunch of dogs.
Yeah, and then you get to some defensive players, bunch of dogs. Okay. So I'll ask you the question that I asked myself. I said, Self, who's the Jags' best player? Who's going to be their representative on this list of every team ranked solely by their best player? Who will it be?
You asked me?
Self answered the question. Self's question matched the column's answer, but that doesn't mean it's going to match yours or anybody else that is perhaps pondering that question right now as it leaves my lips. So, E.T., I'll ask you maybe two questions. Who is the Jaguars' best player? And who do you think is on the list as the Jaguars' best player? Doesn't necessarily mean they're the same. We're right here in the trenches, man. We see any and everything about our football team. So there you go. There's your question. Who's the Jags' best player?
The Jags' best player.
Yeah, who's their best player?
7, Brian Thomas Jr.
Okay. Who is on the list?
I'd probably say, if it's not Brian Thomas, it's probably Josh Hines Allen.
Okay. It's neither of those two on the list, nor was it Self's answer. Go ahead for guess number 3. You got a 2-strike count.
Oh man, is it
First of all, now I'm in his head. I got some whether or not going on because now he's also trying to process who Self would have answered since Self matches the list.
Then is it Trevor Lawrence?
It's not. Okay, my man is struck out. He's taking his bat. He's walked back to the dugout.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's wrong, by the way. His 3 are logical. It's a logical order, but it's not who I said, and it's not who the list said.
Oh, I'm curious.
Well, really leaves one guy.
Is it Foyer? Oh, Trayvon Walker? I see him.
Strike 4, strike 5.
So is Travis Hunter.
Yes, sir. And I believe that. I believe that the best player on the Jaguars is Travis Hunter. Hadn't played it down yet. I think he's the best player on the Jags.
Dang.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be an interesting question if you went around the league and you told every team. It's really a question you can't ask until after year 1.
Right.
In fairness. So this is, this is some speculating going on here with that answer. But I believe that. In fact, it's interesting. I had a beers in the clubhouse conversation with buddies at the end of last week. Played golf Friday afternoon. Sat around, kicked around for, an hour in the bar afterward, in the snack shop, whatever you call it.
The clubhouse.
The clubhouse. And we had that conversation. And we were just talking about the Jags and the offseason and what they've done and who they are and where they are at certain positions, yada, 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 hit all the thing. And I said, look, the Jaguar, and then we got to talking about the trade and the dynamics of it, the aggressiveness of it, how important it is that Travis Hunter pay off. And I said then, look, I think Travis Hunter is the Jaguars' best player right now. I do. I think he's their best player. Now, again, that's a speculative statement. Hadn't played it down in the National Football League. I fully expect an impact year. They have talked glowingly about how quickly he's picked up the offense, how he's improved his technique in just this short time. Is that fair, E.T.?
Yes.
Two guys, like the first couple of days of minicamp, were nervous Nellies. We're worried about Trevor throwing interceptions. We're worried about, not we. Voiced concern about Travis Hunter's route running. That was cleaned up. Trevor's had a good sessions since then. Well, yeah, we're gonna play him a little bit on defense. Yeah, the DB coach keeps coming and say, "Let me have him." We heard Liam Cohen say that yesterday on the program. Yeah, keeps coming. Let me have him, coach. Let me have him for a while. Well, they got him yesterday on defense. How'd that go, E?
He broke the internet.
What'd he do, E? Tell him why the internet's broke.
So whoever 88 was 88 got a lot of recognition. So at the line, Travis Hunter gave him a little jam, a little press coverage, and you could see he was watching the hips. So about a 30-yard bomb. Travis Hunter threw up that right hand, boom, tipped it, came back down with the left hand, boom, interception. Let's go.
Yeah, not just it hit more than the internet. It was on SportsCenter.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It was a dynamic play, and that's just the instinct. This is what we've talked about, man. That's just instinct, brah.
It's natural for him.
That doesn't have anything to do with technique and that's just instinct, man. That's just and so there's a few things about that too, man. You saw in one play the physicality, the athleticism, the closing speed, and then the dexterity to make the play. Guess what's going to happen when Travis Hunter runs pass routes? Guess what's going to happen? Y'all want to guess? A lot of what we saw on that play where he's the defender. Good luck, league. Stay healthy, my man.
Right.
This is going to be fun. Darius Lassiter, by the way, is the receiver out of BYU. He's
hey, Darius.
Yeah, he's an undrafted rookie free agent. So, yeah, is it flash you want, man? This is OTA flash, ET. Wait till there's 11 grown men on the other side of the ball that our guy makes look silly on Sunday afternoons. Wait till then, because that's next. All that niftiness that we saw out of Brian Thomas Jr. last year. All that get open ability and separation and yards after catch. Wonder Twin powers activate. Got the same juice coming on the other side of the field, man. And that ability, even though it's OTAs, and again, I'm not going to be the guy that tells you without pads, buyer beware. Just to flag, that's flag football. It's an impressive play. No? So that's the excitement that we have to look forward to. That's the game-changing ability that can make a 4-13 team get a lot better real quick because of other pieces that they have in place. And man, as OTA optimism meters go, this one is peaked about as high as we've had one peak. And man, we need it. And I say I'm all for it. Let's get drunk on the optimism till the season starts. And if reality gives us a hangover, so be it. But boys, keep looking good down there. Keep making plays. Important players, keep looking like you're important players. Let's go. Let's go. So Travis Hunter, he's flashing on both sides of the ball already. And we're barely getting up and running. Put pads on a dude and then let him try and cover him. Oh, by the way. Oof. Yeah, I'll get into that list, and it is a little disconcerting if you show up number 30 in a 32-team league on any list. I will certainly grant you that. But again, when you're talking about the top dog of every single team, give me the worst team in the league. Give me the worst team just to the top of your head.
Titans.
Who is the Titans' best player? Is it Simmons still?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Jeffrey Simmons is probably shows up around 20, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is it fair,
a big boy. Yeah.
fair to say that Simmons deserves it over Josh Hines Allen?
Yeah,
Right?
that's fair.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll start you with some Jags. Still got a lot of camp chatter. We'll share with you as we move through the morning. No Hick today. We're gonna live life through the lens of Griswold at Wally World last night. Ooh, maybe a restless night of sleep for a couple of cats on a baseball trip. I'll explain. The Braves just stink. That will end references to the Atlanta Braves for today, June 4th. Yeah,
June 4th.
Today, June 4th. That'll be the last time. This little paragraph will be the last time that the Braves are mentioned today. They just flat out stink. It is what it is. There is going to be no magic. There's going to be no midseason pickup that gives them a spur. Spencer Strider can't get people out. They hit as many home runs off of him as he gets strikeouts, it seems. He's 0-4. Can't get anyone out. The Acuna juice, he's playing fine. No one else cares. No one else hits. No, it doesn't. The manager feels like he's sitting on the Shady Acres retirement home already. There's no white knight going to come running in here and save anything. It's a funk team and a funk season that's going to take 12 out of 14 to get back into anything. And I just have not seen any heartbeat of a baseball team capable or willing to go win 12 out of 14 at any stretch. Just, you know how we talk about, what's the word? I just had it in my head. Not comparative football, but when each side supplements each other in a complementary. You know, we talk about complementary football. You got to play it on both sides, right? You got to have a complementary offense. You got to run. You got to be able to pass. You got to be able to play offense and defense, special teams, complementary football. If one area's down, another area picks you up. Complementary football, hamming and egging. It's the same in baseball. The Braves have no complementary ability. Like if one doesn't, the other doesn't, right? And if they have a day where they pitch, they don't hit. They have a day they hit, they don't pitch. Over and over and over again. We're almost halfway into the season, gang. They're 5 games under 500, losing to teams that are struggling. The Red Sox have been butt, except for the 2 out of 3 in Atlanta. The D-backs have been butt. Zach Allen has been getting rocked till yesterday. 7 innings, one, a couple 3 runs, 1 earned. Yeah. So lucky for y'all, many are saying, thank goodness. That'll be the last utterance of the Braves this morning. We will relive a fascinating night at Wally World when we return. That and more. Going to take you inside Jags camp. Got a football fix coming up this hour. Get Smart John next hour. Matt Every arrival probably going to about coincide with that as well. So we're excited. Thanks for being up and at 'em with us on a little bit trafficy morning out there. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL, 92.5 FM on a Beatros Plumbing Wednesday.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. She's spunky, aggressive, opinionated, and she knows how to keep the boys in line.
It's good to see you, too.
Mia O'Brien. Noon to 2 on 1010XL.
This is Hayes Carline, and I'm so proud of my guy, Leon Searcy.
Man, I used to want to eat all the time, but just 1 month on physician-guided weight loss, and I've already dropped 15 pounds.
And I lost 25. No side effects, just results.
The GLP-1 curbs my cravings and keeps me feeling full. It's been easier than I expected, and I feel amazing.
Their staff is great, and best of all, no surprise cost.
If you're ready to bring sexy back this summer, visit pgweightloss.com.
Physician-guided weight loss, safe, doctor supervised.
And it works.
Lucas Tree Service is a certified arborist and a local family-owned business with over 45 years of experience. They specialize in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding for both residential and commercial properties. Get prepared for storm season and receive top-notch customer service from Lucas Tree Service, 904-241-3533. Online at lucastreeservice.com.
Hi, folks. It's Frank Frangie. Look, when it comes to glass needs around the home, there's one name I trust, Lee and Kate's Glass. There's beautiful custom glass shower enclosures, maybe a new mirror, a glass tabletop. They can even replace your foggy or cracked glass without having to replace the whole window. Lee & Cates is local. They're family-owned. They've been a part of our community since 1926. Boy, they've taken care of me, including our brand new offices at Walk-Off Charities. They did a great job. I promise they'll do the same for you. Visit leeandcatesglass.com.
What does your dream backyard look like? Hey, it's Joe C. and my friends at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living can design an outdoor kitchen layout custom built to your taste and lifestyle. You dream it, they can build it. CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Visit cssoutdoor.com.
If you need a game plan for the weekend, I'll tell you my takes for some of the weekend's best options. 1010XL's Dan Hicken here. Watch for Musings with the Media Mogul on YouTube and Facebook. Turned on by Tucker Equipment Rentals in Neptune Beach.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
David Lane here, and once again, I'm happy to share news of my success with back and knee surgeries at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. Whatever it is that's bothering you, take it from me. Simply set an appointment today at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist and let them help you get back to normal life. I'm certainly glad I did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Beer, water, beer. That's a pretty good game plan when it comes to battling the summer heat. When you hit the beach, fishing hole, or golf course, make sure you hydrate. Anheuser-Busch is always up for a good time. Just remember to drink responsibly.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
That's the reverberation from the bottom of a night. Game-tying home run for Max Muncy of the Los Angeles Dodgers last night while you were sleeping, taking on the New York Mets at home. It didn't get any better for the Mets fans in attendance. In this case, our guy, Freddie Freeman, hit a game-winning double in the 10th inning, and gosh, what an excruciating loss. All right, so here's how it went for ET. This is how it went at Dodger Stadium last night on the for the beginning of the big baseball trip. I told y'all the Mets won in extra innings the night before. It's bad news if you're going to a game the next night against a great team. It's bad news. What a cool night to go, though. I saw Clayton Kershaw pitch, so they got to see Kershaw pitch for the Dodgers. They also got to see the Mets knock him around a little bit. I think the Mets fell behind 1-0, but then they jumped ahead, man. They were up 4-5-1 probably. And then the Dodgers rallied to tie, and then the Mets, I think, had a 5-4 lead. You heard the Muncy home run there. That guy's heated up. We talked about Max Muncy earlier in the baseball season when Murph was in here, and he'd lost all his power. Well, it's suddenly apparently returned because he had 2 home runs last night, in fact. The Dodgers go on to win in extra innings. So, yeah, here's how it played out. If you were sitting there in Dodger Stadium as a Mets fan who has traveled all the way across the country. What do you mean you detect just a little hint of a little bit of like smug glee in my voice? No, you don't. Yeah, the Mets scored first, right? And then the Dodgers scored 4. You're just settling into your seat there. The Mets get a run top of the first, bottom of the first. The Dodgers score 4, so they got 4-1. Then you get to see Soto homer, makes it 4-3. Peter Alonso doubles to center. That scores a run. It's 4-4, and still in the 5th inning, top of the 5th. Mets plate the go-ahead run, so they're up 5-4, and can you hold on for dear life? You got to hold the Dodgers without a run for 5 innings. Good luck. Well, they do it for 4 1/3, and with a 1 out in the 9th, Max Muncy hit that home run. That made it 5-5. Mets failed to score top 10. Dodgers, Freddie Freeman doubles to left. I don't know, by the way, if you saw that highlight, what Brandon Nimmo was doing out there. It looked like a totally catchable ball to left field. It got turned around, I guess. I mean, the ball left the bat, and Freddie acted like it was going to be gone to left. And then Nimmo went back to kind of track it, and so I'm assuming to maybe jump and bring a ball back, from over the fence. And then the doggone ball down, the ball bounces on the warning track. So obviously he got all turned around. That should have been a play made, quite honestly. But then it's off with the jet lag and on West Coast time. Yeah, it's off to get a good night's sleep. 6-5 Dodgers over the Mets. Those two teams will meet again today. They'll be at that game. Sorry, I was collecting my thoughts here. New York teams were in the news yesterday. E.T., where do you land on Thibodeau getting run in New York? It was the best season, at least as far as the Knicks went, for New York since, I think, 2000. But after 5 seasons, 4 of them playoff years, the Knicks said hasta la vista to Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah, well, I didn't really care for his strategy going down a stretch. He only played 7 guys. He ran the guys down, man. They were tired. I see that, this was a successful season. However, you just can't do that. So, and then the coach from Denver, and there's actually a couple of good coaches out there. There's the guy from Memphis, as well as the guy from Denver.
Yeah.
So, and they both look like they can fit that New York lifestyle. So I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all.
Thibodeau seems to have a shelf life wherever he goes. He just grinds on his players, and it looks like he also now at this point has a ceiling. And I thought you were very bravo to your first 2 sentences of opinion there. This dude botched it down the stretch in the playoffs. They had that one game where he left Brunson on the daggum bench. They escaped with a victory in that one. He had the other where Karl Anthony Towns didn't play in the 4th quarter, went 22 minutes or something without playing. He mixed and matched his rotations. He rode certain players too long. By the end of the series, Landry Shamet was an important contributor, wasn't he? He was hitting 3s, scored about 20 points each of the last 2 games. That dude didn't play the whole postseason.
Mm-hmm.
You got a good team. You got a great opportunity here, a chance just to beat the Pacers with home court advantage. You blew a 20-point lead in game 1. That's coaching, man. We put it on these players. You let your team blow a 20-point lead in the 4th. That is on the coach 1,000%. I would suggest this. If you did something so radical after they cut it from 20 to 10 that you took every stinking starter, first called timeout, took all 5 of them off the court and put your last 5 in and told them, go set someone's hair on fire, that turned things around in an NBA game in 2 minutes. So these coaches that blew these leads, man, it's on them. So Thibodeau's Eastern Conference final performance was so abysmal that I think it overrode everything. I don't think, by the way, our opinion is the popular one. In today's day and age, if you're humming along pretty good and you're having success, you get felt for if you're let go. But, that's 5 years to give it your crack. This was your best year, and yet with a golden opportunity to go to the finals, you blew it, literally. You lost a 20-point lead in the first quarter. When they talk about media overexposure, ET, I think they're talking about media to the standpoint, and listen, I'm not throwing darts here. Sports talk radio is probably the leader on this front of talking about maybe some of the most ridiculous things. But if I got to go to the front page of a major sports platform Spoiler alert, ESPN.com, right? I don't know what y'all's go-tos are. Many of you, it's Twitter and it's social media. But if you're just still bebopping around the sites, there's 4 or 5 or 6 that are your go-tos that you start, your staples, right? And ESPN.com certainly still one for me. And don't worry, this isn't a WNBA rant. You're safe. When this headline appears on the front page of your platform, do you or should you lose any credibility? Are you ready? ET, you're my litmus test.
All right.
The absurdity of this headline, with 1 being not absurd at all, it makes a lot of sense, to 10 being whoever came up with this idea, put them in a slingshot and shoot them into the sun. Okay? 1 to 10 on the absurdity scale of this headline. 3 potential trade offers for Cooper Flagg. Where's the absurdity level on that? What is the absurdity level of the Dallas Mavericks trading the rights to drafting Cooper Flagg?
It's not absurd at all based on their history.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. I give up on you, Dallas, if you now trade the pick. There is no veteran you could trade for that would offset you trading Luka. Dumb A's. And this is a dumb A idea. This guy's the most sure overall number 1 pick in the history. I mean, in a long time. Who's going second? Harper? Dylan Harper? You guys are you're gonna put the fortunes of your NBA franchise on a couple of kids from Rutgers? 2 top 5 picks couldn't get their team into the tournament? Those are your NBA game changers in the top 3? Knock yourself out. Yeah, I think Cooper Flagg's probably pretty safe sitting in that top spot. But yeah, there you go. In case I'm not, can't clickbait me, buddy. I'm not going in there and seeing Giannis that's not, no, and by the way, I wouldn't, maybe I'm the absurd one. Would you trade the number 1 pick for Giannis?
I'll think about that.
All right. Clickbait engaged. Let me see what kind of trade they're offering here. Keeping number 1, yeah. Yeah, no, see, this is all just draft picks and moves. Spurs move up. Dallas gets this year's number 2 pick, this year's number 14 pick, an Atlanta first rounder next year, and the Spurs will get the number 1 pick. No, I'm not doing that. That's stupid. Offer number 2. Okay, now this starts to involve players. Mavs would get Donovan Mitchell and first round swap picks in 6 years. I'm taking Cooper Flagg over Donovan Mitchell, E.
Yeah, at this point I am.
I'm trying to win a title. So as I look over the league's landscape and find a trade partner, if I'm trying to win a title, my dogs are going to be barking on the big stage, man. I'm not going with any more of this future, this, that. The Knicks have done it with Towns. How's that working? Donovan Mitchell goes everywhere. He's a great player. Where are his teams? So, I can't do a deal where I give up the rights to Cooper Flagg, and all I get are 2 first round swaps and Donovan Mitchell. So, back into the absurd column. By the way, there's other teams involved here. So what? We're talking about what the Mavs would get for saying nah to Cooper Flagg. Number 3, the Mavs get Devin Booker, the number 29 pick this year, future first rounders. And the Suns would not only get the number 1 pick, but also Klay Thompson, P.J. Washington. This is a ridiculously stupid deal as well. I was right. Should have never clicked. These ideas are dumb. If you're the Mavs and you've been so stupid as to just fritter away Luka, you follow that up by taking Cooper Flagg, and then there you go. Back with more. Now, all right, we're going to get into the semantics here of this. Because, by the way, even when we're having this, let me just throw this out there so you can ponder over the course of the next couple of minutes. The way the NFL works in the different categories, right? Like I said, who is the Jaguars' best player? Because we're going to look at this column, ranking the teams 1 to 32 based strictly on their best player.
All right.
The Jags ranked 30th. They said they said Travis Hunter is their best player. I agreed. That's who I would have put there. E.T. gave 4 or 5 guys, and his have more, rear end behind them because we've seen what they can do. They've actually played in the NFL, so that's all fair. But and E, this was also smart, suggested that I would say Trevor. But I didn't. And by the way, if I didn't say Travis Hunter, I would say Brian Thomas Jr., the Jags' best player. And this, though, is where we get into an interesting but. At the same time, E.T., if I could, as a Jaguar fan, if I could only protect one player on the roster right now and let everyone else go, it would still be Trevor.
Okay.
Because of the importance of the position and the belief still that there's a cap there and to build all the. I mean, and I would though still put him 5th or 6th right now on the list of the Jaguars' best players.
Okay.
But that just speaks to the importance of the position and at least multiple times showing he's up for that job. And I say this from the perspective of a man who has covered every single Jaguars season. From 1995 until now, that means I've seen every sorry quarterback that we've sent out on a Sunday afternoon, many for dozens and dozens of games too long. And I know when quarterback is a position that you're not going to be able to win with what you have. And when that's not the case, we've had 2 or 3 through the years here, some more reliant than others on everything else being right, that they weren't going to be the reason you couldn't win. But that's all we've had, a couple or 3. One of those couple or 3's playing now. Build around him and let's go. That being said, he should be the auto answer, and we should be in the top 10 on this poll if we were getting from the number 1 pick what the Bengals got from the number 1 pick. All right, so we'll get into that list more when we return. It's a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Braves and Diamondbacks coming up today at Truist Park. Spencer Strider on the mound for the Braves. 0-3, a 4.50 ERA. Braves $1.55 favorite. 8.5 over the total. Zach Gallen for Arizona, 3-7, a 5.54 ERA. Drew Rasmussen pitching for the Tampa Bay Rays, $1.35 favorite at Steinbrenner Field against the Texas Rangers, plus 114, 8 over the total. Florida State headed to Corvallis, Oregon to meet the Oregon State Beavers in the best-of-3 super regional round of the NCAA baseball tournament. The winner moves on to the College World Series. Both teams are minus 115 on the money line. $250 bonus and you open up a G-Bank Visa signature card. Visa.com/GBank. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Plumbing problems, AC not blowing, septic tank doing whatever septic tanks do? Don't call 3 different companies and play contractor roulette. Just call Duck Duck Rooter. We handle plumbing, septic, and air conditioning all under one roof. That's one call, one company, and one bill that won't give you a heart attack. For fast, reliable, and slightly ducky service, call 904-862-6769 or waddle over to duckduckrooter.com. When you're stuck, call the Duck.
Prosser here. Get those boats ready. The Dailies Old School Kingfish Shootout, presented by Yellowfin, is almost here. It's Saturday, June 14th. Just go to oldschoolkingfish.com to find out more. The grand prize is a Yellowfin bay boat worth $125,000, and with limited boundaries, no bait buying, and no checkout, it is seriously old school. Here's how you do it. You go online, you sign up, and you become part of what was always a terrific tournament. It's the Old School Kingfish Shootout. oldschoolkingfish.com.
You tired of high energy bills? Replace those inefficient windows and patio doors now. Don't miss Renewal by Anderson's 30th anniversary sale. Buy one window or patio door and get one 30% off. Financing options are available and this offer expires June 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Let's start with some cold, hard truth. Here's why Awaken 180 weight loss is your road to freedom. It's fast, it's easy, it's safe. You're not shooting chemicals into your body every week. You're eating real food every single day. You're not listening to an overpriced celebrity tell you about magical new food or asking you to count points or calories.
You're just eating food and losing weight. It's that simple with Awaken 180 weight loss. You know what else you're doing while losing weight with Awaken 180? Eliminating pain, fitting into clothes you haven't worn in years, sleeping through the night and waking up refreshed and energized and happy. I lost 40 pounds in 9 weeks on Awaken 180, and Hacker lost more than 110 over the course of a year. It's a life-changing road to freedom. Doesn't matter what your goal weight is, Awaken 180 weight loss will get you there quickly and safely, a clear path to success without disappointment. Awaken 180. Give them a call, 844-346-1800, or go online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Yo, ET here for Twin Peaks, which happens to be the best in the game, by the way. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees. And rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. And it's bigger game days and it's bolder fight nights, too. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that's always coming through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late at night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge. And while you're at it, the countdown to Miss Twin Peaks 2025 is on, and voting for Miss Popular is officially live. Head over to the 2025 MissTwinPeaks.com to learn more about the contest and cast your 5 votes for your favorite Twin Peaks girl. And tell them ET sent you.
Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece. Premium flooring. Take our advice. Home business, affordable price. Driveways, pool decks, garage doors, beautiful patios, and more to explore. Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece.
When you want to be heard, send your opinion to the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
Thank you for believing in me when the bosses didn't give me a chance.
641-1010. No texting and driving. Get your thoughts heard on 1010XL.
You'll always feel good when you send someone a Kuhn Flowers floral or plant arrangement. This is JJ with 1010XL, and no matter what the reason, Kuhn Flowers has always come through for me. Order online at KuhnFlowers.com.
Want a simple way to boost your company's image without a big renovation? A fresh paint job in your brand's colors can increase recognition up to 80%. At Performance Painting, we help companies stand out with clean, on-brand finishes that impress clients and energize employees. From color consultations to low-odor coatings that won't disrupt operations, we've got you covered. Visit performance-painting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
The team at Hidden Hills Golf Club invites you to book your next round of golf with us. At Hidden Hills, we love the game, and we'll provide you with a memorable golf experience at one of the most unique golf courses in North Florida. Check us out at hiddenhillsgc.com.
Want your son or daughter to enjoy sports year-round? Then log on to i9sports.com with summer and fall registration open right now, including girls volleyball at Duval Charter Bay Meadows, plus plenty of other spots and sports on the First Coast. i9sports.com. Enter 1010 for a discount.
New and pre-owned firearms are in stock at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Want a new sidearm or rifle? Brands like Kimber, Smith & Wesson, 6 Hour, Beretta. No lines, no hassle. Only at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
What does the logo on the Pittsburgh Steelers helmet signify? The answer next.
When you file a claim with Southern Oak Insurance, we schedule one of our trusted vendors to work directly with you, which means a faster claim resolution. Find out more at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The logo on the Steelers helmet represents the steel industry. It's the only NFL team with the logo on just one side.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Hey, we got a drill speed trap alert brought to you by Catlin Truck Accessories. Downtown, 2nd and Main. Somewhat near today's speed trap alert. Eastbound lane at Matthews Bridge. This might be a typo or voice text. Let's just go eastbound on the Matthews. Keep those speeds down. Keep that cash in your pocket. Keep these city streets safe. With a drill speed trap alert. Man, we got a lot of little interesting news and notes percolating along. Going to get to this list here in just 1 second. The football fix includes some concerning news for the Texans out of Houston. I'll get to that when we tee up some other headlines from around the league. First, though, the Jags made a couple of little moves yesterday. And I say little because, from a personnel standpoint, don't know what to make of these. Going to be honest, I thought Dawuane Smoot had retired from the National Football League. He was drafted by the Jags in the third round. Only 2017. I would have said 2013 or 14. 7 years here. Remember, he went all that time without a sack, didn't he? Wasn't Smoot the one that started his career with a long game streak of no sacks?
Yeah, like not till like the second season, eighth game or something.
I don't know what it was, but ultimately he ended up with 23 and a half sacks here. That's 10th in team history. Let's see, 2024. And he had a couple of stops here, and he had a battle with some sort of injury or something, or illness, didn't he?
Did he tear his Achilles?
Yeah,
or something?
maybe. Yeah, he just had and because I can remember him sitting around and the Jags getting him late in the offseason.
And then I remember he did something with his diet where he lost weight on purpose, so he was lighter.
Yeah.
Which that didn't really work out for him.
Well, I mean, he was here in 2023. It feels like he's been gone for longer than a year. Yeah, to be honest with you, like I said, it just feels like he stepped out of the league. But no, he went off to Buffalo. He made 4 starts for the Bills last year, had a sack and a half. He was also the Jags in 2023, their nominee for the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. And they still operate the LC Academy. That's a bilingual learning center here in Jacksonville. Now, here's another, just a little slightly interesting signing, only because I've seen this guy flash a couple of times. Have you? Did you know this name, E.T.? Yeah, maybe you got to be a fantasy football player for this name to register and all, but you guys know the name Trenton Irwin?
I do know that name.
A receiver, Trenton Irwin. Can you place him? Do you know where he played?
I'm going to tell you, with Joe Burrow.
Yeah, that's right.
Cincinnati.
That's right. He was an undrafted free agent out of the MAC in 2019. He's played in 41 games for the Bengals, actually made 9 starts. He just, he sporadically shows up. He never had, productive years, but in his career, a total of 46 catches, 5 touchdowns, got 2 postseason catches. I'm sorry. I said he was out of the MAC. I thought he was Miami of Ohio. He's actually out of Stanford. So yeah, this is just filler. We got Austin Trammell, we got Parker Washington, just filling in some slot guys.
Camp bodies.
Yeah, it feels like slot guys, competition in the slot for some dudes. But just a couple of roster moves yesterday. Dawuane Smoot, we'll see if he can muster, some sort of veteran late season presence that earns a roster spot. That D line is filling up, isn't it, ET?
It is.
I mean, they're signing a bunch of guys as, quote, filler free agents. We'll see just who fills and who spills. All right. We mentioned Travis Hunter broke the internet yesterday playing defense in the OTAs with a piece of posted video. He, hip-pocketed the receiver all the way down, bumped, showed some physicality, and then tipped the ball to himself, one hand to the next, made an interception. It was just classic. Man, just what are you getting here with this guy? This comes on the heels. By the way, I gave the site for this list, ranking every team by their best player. I gave it too much credibility when I said Yahoo Sports. This is just some fan spin zone type place. But nonetheless, this is a fun topic. This isn't life or death. We're not setting salary structures.
Correct.
Based on what we're seeing here.
Like it.
So ranking every team by their best player. The Jags show up at 30. They have Travis Hunter as the Jaguars' best player. I personally agree. Not make me right or wrong. It's still to be shown, but.
Who did you say whenever you first read it? Did you say Travis Hunter?
I thought Travis Hunter.
Okay.
I thought they might put Brian Thomas Jr. I mean, to me, it's one of those two.
Correct.
And again, most important, like if you can only keep one on this roster, for me, it's still Trevor, but he's not the best player right now if I'm ranking him that way, or the second, or the third, or maybe the fourth.
It's important, yes.
Yes.
But best, not.
Yes. And we'll see where that goes. That's not a bad spot to be in, is the big picture there if you're really listening, because that means you got good players at other places. And, this has got a Stafford feel. Stafford wasn't Stafford until he had some, some big years statistically, but nothing that would have, made you go over the moon till he went to the Rams and a good team with good talent. Suddenly he's an MVP candidate and a Super Bowl champ. Let's build that around our guy here. Anyway, 32 is the Saints.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about them.
It's
Alvin Kamara.
No, it's a name you don't even know. It's a 2-time Pro Bowl center. Whatever, bro.
Max
you do you.
Who's their center?
They got the Titans 31. It is Jeffrey Simmons, who we said.
Okay.
And then the Jags show up at 30. Travis Hunter. So let's go. All right, just some of the ones above. Here's what it says. Here's what they write about Hunter. It's hard to pick a spot for Travis Hunter. We've settled at 30th in our power rankings since he was not taking a snap in the league yet. Fair. I think he's their best player, but if I'm putting pen to paper and making a column, I'm probably typing in Brian Thomas Jr. ET. That's also kind of flooding over me as we have this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Brian Thomas Jr. did enough last year to be considered their best player. But if you're asking me point blank, who do I think is the Jags' best player, who will ultimately show out and prove to be the Jags' best player right now, keep anyone other than the quarterback? That's probably a good way to ask a question, too. If you could keep any one Jaguar other than the quarterback right now, who would it be?
If we could keep anybody,
you can keep one player. You keep the quarterback. You can only keep one player. Who's it going to be?
Man, we got a couple of those guys.
Who are you keeping?
I'm keeping Travis Hunter.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm keeping.
Well, there's your answer.
Yeah.
We'll save a football fix for a little bit later in the show. We'll drop in some NFL headlines. There are some, but I did tease you with the Houston news. C.J. Stroud's not throwing. He's got right shoulder soreness, and I know it's only OTAs, and if you're a Gator fan, you don't want to get too despondent about this news because you're seeing it with your own quarterback this offseason. But yeah, the word out of Houston, the C.J. Stroud is not currently throwing during their OTAs, and there's some mild concerns there about the shoulder. I'm going to let you, we're not quite done with this segment, though. I'm going to let you hear from Britton Strange here in a second. He's been catching everything in camp. It's been a real red zone target. Eric Armstead recently said he thinks he's a top 5 tight end. But I want to go through the names under Travis Hunter. These are the names that at least this site is saying has a best player than we do. And I'm not going to agree with all of them. I'm not trading. There's certain guys on my roster. I'm not trading for Derek Brown of the Panthers. There's certain guys on my roster I'm not trading for Budda Baker. There's certain guys on my roster I'm not trading for Leonard Williams. There's certain guys on my roster I'm not trading for Christian Gonzalez. There's certain guys on my roster I'm not trading for number 25, Elton Jenkins, a guard for Green Bay. This is a bad list, dude. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I said this the other day. This should be on the. If we made a T-shirt, we should start coining these little 3 and 4 word phrases.
This list sucks.
Yeah, this is a bad list. That'd be one to just play. Yeah, this is a bad list. Number 24, T.J. Watt.
Okay.
That's too low, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely too low. He's top 15, top 10 for sure.
I mean, you got Sauce Gardner better than T.J. Watt, man. Go pound sand, bro. You're stupid. And Sauce is good, but he ain't T.J. Watt good.
He's not.
See, this bothers you a little bit because they got number 20 on the power ranking. They have receiver Malik Neighbors, who wasn't any better really than Brian Thomas Jr. last year, who can't be on his own team represented as 30th. This list sucks. We're not even going to do any more of it, but we are going to let you hear from Britton Strange, who has caught some eyes. From there, we go to break, come back with the 7 o'clock hour. We'll have Get Smart John coming up in about 20 minutes. Matt Every joins the festivities in the 7 o'clock hour as well. You are immersed in a Beatros Plumbing Wednesday. Here's Britton Strange catching everything in sight.
You know, that's most important to me. It's not from the media. It's not from anybody else. It's the expectations of my teammates and what they know that I can do and the respect that I've gotten from them. So I'm happy that he says that. I believe in myself as well. I know I'm capable. And like I said, I'm just excited for the season, man. I'm not going to come out here and try to be anybody else. I'm going to come out here and be me. That's all I'm going to do. It's got me to this point, and I'm going to keep doing that.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. The summer.
It's summer. It's summer. It's summer
of 1010XL.
It's summer.
Hi,
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Looking for summer fun the whole family can enjoy? Check out Wick, a candle bar. Make your own custom candles and body care products in store at Wick, a candle bar. Locations in San Marco and Jax Beach.
Hey, Hickett here for my friends at Zero Res. Gang, vacuuming is not sufficient to maintain the cleanliness and lifespan of your carpet, period. Do not leave deep cleaning to yourself, but do-it-yourself dirt-attracting carpet soaking machines. No. Call on the cleaning freaks from Zero Res. Big summer savings. 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at $129. Take 20% off air duct cleaning as well. Call them, 904-287-5727, and ask for the 1010XL special. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
She's very comfortable talking sports and hanging out with the boys.
Mia O'Brien here, still providing the best multimedia sports coverage in Northeast Florida on 1010XL radio, video, and social channels.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Swing into the hottest party of the summer. Join First Tee North Florida at the Yards on June 12th for the Summer Soiree Baja Beach Bash. We're bringing the vibrant spirit of Cabo San Lucas to the First Coast for an evening of family-friendly fun. Enjoy live music, craft cocktails, golf games, raffle prizes, and delicious Mexican-inspired cuisine from Taco Lu. Golf, fiesta, and philanthropy, all to support the impactful programs of the First Tee. Visit firstteenorthflorida.org/summer soiree to secure your tickets today.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
This is Mike Lynch, PGA golf professional. Take it from me, if you're dealing with an orthopedic issue, talk to the doctors at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where you're treated like a pro.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros. Thanks to all of you who have allowed us to be part of your recovery. Call us at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists if you ever have a need.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Life is just so busy this time of year. Between work, the kids' games, family vacations, I need a yard hero to free up my weekends.
You mean somebody who does mowing and trimming?
Yeah.
How about mosquito control?
Yeah.
What about irrigation and pet waste removal?
You do that too? You're my lawn hero.
Find your lawn hero at heroeslawncare.com. Heroes Lawn Care, because every lawn needs a hero.
Yo, It's your boy E to the T here, and I know that getting into an accident is stressful, but getting the proper care doesn't have to be. That's why I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center. Even if you're at fault, your insurance covers you. And remember, you have the right to choose your own doctor. Even a minor accident can cause whiplash for years if it goes untreated. So don't wait. Call the auto accident experts at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation. Your recovery starts today.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by TopDressing.com. Big moves in Jacksonville. Defensive end Dawuane Smoot back with the Jaguars after a year with the Buffalo Bills. Drafted in 2017, Smoot spent 7 seasons in Jacksonville before hitting free agency in 2024. Now he's ready to make an impact at the Miller Electric Center. Meanwhile, Jacksonville's #1 pick, Travis Hunter, is turning heads, especially on defense. Head coach Liam Cohen had plenty to say about his standout performance.
Milo came up to me after practice and said, can we have him more? The feel and zone, you can definitely see how natural it is for him.
Around the state, the Rays took down the Texas Rangers while the Marlins fell to the Rockies. They battled it out again tonight. And it's hockey night. The Florida Panthers kick off their Stanley Cup Series against the Edmonton Oilers this evening. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 7:04 and it's 74 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we are back as we start the 7 o'clock hour. We'll welcome Matt Every to the program here shortly. Get Smart John is coming up early in this hour. Hour number 2 of a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. Short attention span, you're in the right spot. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Lots of little interesting news and notes. Caught my eye in the last 20 hours. You're welcome. I keep looking at these PFF rankings of college situations. And ET, you asked me a question yesterday during the 10-minute drill. Like coaching aside, or if you got great coaching, whatever it was, should the Gators be considered a playoff team? Well, you know what? We keep going to these rankings of position groups and of quarterbacks, and Florida keeps showing up high. I've seen the running back room ranked top 10 nationally. The offensive line is going to be top 3 nationally. We just talked about one the other day. Which one was it? Which position group was it? I can't remember. Just the other day, we were talking about an area outside of just the DJ Lagway excitement. Maybe it was that running back room. But now yesterday, the
receivers,
maybe Eugene Wilson, and you're counting a lot on some young guys, maybe, and they have a couple of transfers that perhaps they were lower top 10. I'm not sure it was receivers. But the O line is going to show up in top 3 or 5. Well, yesterday, PFF ranked the top defensive lines in college football. They got Florida ranked number 4 in the country in defensive line. That's the trenches, man. Hold on now. If you have a top 5 nationally, offensive line and defensive line, and a quarterback like DJ Lagway, shouldn't you be a playoff team? Never mind, could you? Or in these tough schedule matchup, shouldn't you be the tougher opponent? You have a top 5 nationally, offensive and defensive line. In today's day and age of college football, they have a defensive line, and they have 2 are slated to go in the first round. By the way, I haven't gotten to the offensive line rankings yet. I haven't seen those released. Maybe they have been. I'm going to take a little deeper dive later this morning. But, man, another little burst of optimism for Gator Nation with some of these opinions that are coming out. And, again, now I will say this, ET, as I talked to you yesterday, the top 22 is not the issue. Not that there is an issue. You got to see. I think it's just the depth, and maybe that's there too, man. I don't know, but boy, Billy Napier, you better win. You got a really, really good team that's been together with a young ascending quarterback. You got no excuses. You better not go 8-4, boss. You need special down there. 8-4. Ain't no way Steve Spurrier, Urban Meyer, the special coaches in Florida history, would go 8-4 with this football team. They would be in the playoffs. They would be ranked in the top 5 all year. Is that fair?
Valid.
I'm not trying to run anybody off, and I'm not going to be guilty of doing to Billy Napier what, giving him the Mike White treatment, but Mike White was a hell of a lot better in Florida coaching basketball. It was supposed to be the most the unimportant of the two sports, and seemed to although let's be honest, not that Napier's not taking heat, and he knows it. I'll give this to Napier. He's owned it. He knows. He gets it. And his team got it at the end of the year. Can they continue that getting process? All right, look, talk about getting it, the attention, the reps, and the highlights, man. Travis Hunter, so far so good. Again, this is shorts and sandals weather. I'm not going to get too excited about what you do in these flag football sessions, but you'd rather be good than not. You'd rather catch it than drop it. You'd rather complete it than have it intercepted. You'd rather win your matchups in the individual drills. That's what you'd rather. And it's just nothing but with Travis Hunter. No matter which side of the ball you put him on, he makes the eye-popping play. And, man, how encouraging is that as we get set to head into that last final mini camp next week. And then from there, it's a little bit of a break. And then, back for training camp and let's go. Getting more and more inclined to kind of fire on that over. A couple baseball deals. I saw Bryce Harper came back last night. His very first pitch, he went deep. Harper hadn't played since he was plunked on the elbow by, I'm not going to say his name because I refuse to reference that team for the rest of the day. But that happened, I don't know, a week or two ago. Dodgers and Mets, two best teams in the National League, arguably playing in Dodger Stadium last night, second straight night. They go to extra innings. This one goes the Dodgers' way, so not good news for a certain Mets fan who was in attendance on the West Coast last night. Griswold and his boy at Wally World, where Freddie Freeman hit a game-winning double in the 10th. So there's that. Did we talk about Lance McCullers getting death threats? I don't know if we talked about that. I read that story. Did you see that story? There's a picture for the Houston. This kind of crap's happening too much. Throw the book at these losers, man.
Is this something recent?
Yeah, there was a better overseas after McCullers blew a game, and he was social media threatening him. He was going to come kill his kids.
Oh, wow.
They ended up finding the guy and, getting an explanation. But the recourse, the punishment's nothing. Doesn't near fit the crime of the unease and the terror, really, that you unleash. You should almost get, some sort of terror charge with that stuff. I really think that.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
I agree.
It's way over the top. Well, anyway, McCullers pitching for the first time since then. Outdueled Paul Skeens in Pittsburgh.
Oh, mustache.
For his first win, McCullers, that is, since 2022. Apparently, he got a lift from them tracking down the perp, huh? Seems that way. Jack Caglione made his debut last night for the Kansas City Royals. Almost hit a home run. Hit a shot into the right field gap, but it was more of a liner, and it got run down on the warning trap, kind of a leaping catch by the center fielder. Ultimately, Caglione goes hitless in his first appearance. E's boy. Who's your boy in baseball, E?
Jazz Chisholm.
Yeah, Jazz Chisholm came off the IL. He hit a tie-breaking home run for the Yankees last night. And saving the worst for last, guess who's won a baseball series for the first time since 2024?
The Colorado Rockies?
Colorado Rockies. Guess who?
Guess the Marlins.
Guess who they beat in there 2 out of 3?
Marlins.
It ends a record streak of futility for the Rockies. We are in June, and the Colorado Rockies, for the first time this year, have won a series 2-1. That's amazing. So, yeah, a lot percolating there in baseball.
Hey, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Since we're talking baseball.
Okay. What do you got?
And, you know what I'm saying? Anytime I need my Braves fix.
Who? My man's going to take me right back into the Braves. All right,
anytime I need my Atlanta Afraids fix.
Okay.
I know who I can reference.
All right.
You know
yeah, I am the king of Braves Nation. I've forgotten more Braves baseball than most of you gookins out there will ever learn.
So, Jeffrey, I got me a list here.
Oh, no. Here comes the. Here, we're going to put that forgot point to the test.
Oh, we put it to the test. Hold
okay.
on.
All right. What do we got?
I got a list of managers.
Oh, I hope there's another one added to that list sooner rather than later. I'm ready for Snicker to hit the road, man.
So, who was, to your knowledge,
okay,
who was the very first manager that you can remember?
Okay. As a Brave, you mean?
As
the
a
first
Brave.
Braves manager.
Correct.
All right. The first it was a dude, and I don't know the exact years here. I know that I literally used to listen to Braves baseball on the radio when I was 5-6 years old. I think it's a guy named Clyde King.
Clyde King.
Is that what years was he there?
74 and 75.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm 70.
With a record of 96 and 101. That's Clyde King.
Shoot, that's success back in those days. All right, and then the next one, the one I remember the most, and I don't think they had really hardly any good years, was a guy named Dave Bristol. Would have been the next one, Dave Bristol.
Dave Bristol. Let me see where he at on this list.
Oh, you don't have him in order?
Yeah, the list is, or the page is small.
I'm pretty sure Dave Bristol came after Clyde King. There may have been like an interim. I'm not going to count, by the way, dudes that get like a cup of coffee as an interim.
Oh, yeah, Dave Bristol.
Yeah,
was right out there.
Was he like 75 to 78?
76 to 77.
That's it, huh? Get him in. All right.
78 and 113. And between them two, there was a guy named Connie Ryan. And
Connie Ryan must have just been an interim for a handful of games.
In and out.
Yeah, okay. All right, after, I guess they go Joe Torre next. Did I miss a guy for a year? Or is there like I think it's Torre next.
Dave Bristol. Is this in order? Let me see here, because this says,
yeah, you need to do Braves managers in order. We can't. This game's going to bog down. We need to re-Google. Re-Google. Just Wikipedia Braves managers. Get them in order, back to front. Yeah, well, we need a chart. You're just rifling down this thing. We zip through this bad boy. Bing, bam, boom. Perhaps this is getting us ready for trivia and engaging the brain. But
okay, after Dave Bristol, who'd you say?
I'm going to say Joe Torre.
Oh,
did I miss one?
Yeah, that's incorrect.
Was the guy there for just a year?
No, he wasn't there. Yes, it's 76, 77. We said Dave Bristol, and then this guy was just he don't even count. There's a couple. You're right.
It's
Dave Bristol. Then they have Ted Turner.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he don't count.
Yeah.
And then there was a guy named Vern Burnson, but he also
just a game or two.
Just
we're not counting these little one-game interims. All right, it was Torre, so I got it. We went Clyde King. Then we went Dave Bristol. Then we went Joe Torre. All right.
Actually, no, there's one before Joe Torre.
Okay, is that like how many games? A whole year?
Yeah, at least. 78 to 81.
It's not 78 to 81?
Uh-huh.
It's not Bobby Cox.
Bobby Cox.
Yeah, Bobby Cox.
And then your boy, who you just
And then Torre.
Oh, that's the guy from the Yankees?
Yeah, right.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, he was with the Braves.
Okay.
After Torre, I'm going to say comes Chuck Tanner. There may be somebody in between there.
There
actually. Is it like Bobby Dews? Is that a guy? They had a guy
there's a Bobby.
Russ Nixon. Did he have him? Or what's his name?
Russ Nixon. He's after who you just said.
Okay. Who is it then after Tanner? Between Torre and who's after Torre?
Eddie Haas and Bobby Wine.
Golly, forgettable, dude. Both those guys had full seasons, huh?
No, I don't think they have full seasons based on the numbers.
Yeah, so those are interims. So again,
Okay.
I'm not claiming I'm going to remember all the interims. So it's Chuck Tanner, then
Chuck
next.
Tanner, yep.
Okay.
And then who?
After Tanner, you come back. We circle back to Bobby Cox again. Or do we have 1 year of Bobby Dews, maybe?
No Bobby Dews.
No. Is there 1 year of a guy?
There is 1
Russ
year of a
Nixon?
guy. Yep.
Russ Nixon,
Yep.
okay.
And then
Bobby Cox.
Yep.
And then after Bobby Cox is Freddie Gonzalez.
That is correct.
And then after Freddie, it's Snicker.
That's correct.
Oof. Nauseating history.
Help me these guys that are these short-term guys.
You fire a manager. It's like they would be the Darrell Bevel of baseball. They come in for a fraction of games, but most of those Braves interims were like 3-4 games, 8 games. Ted Turner, for Pete's sake, what a fiasco that was. All right, Get Smart, John, more as we roll on a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday next.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Belly up to the bar and talk about your team.
You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Jacksonville's Sports Radio. 1010XL. Where friends meet.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. not just your mechanical HVAC experts, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Spring has sprung, and so have the bugs. It's Hayes Carline and my friends at Kingfish Pest Control offer an exclusive $99 spring special. That's right, your initial pest control service is just $99. And if you call today, they'll include a free one-time mosquito treatment. Kingfish Pest Control is family-owned, 5-star rated with no binding contracts, and 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call them now to book your service. Only at Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Home means something different to everyone. But with Rocket Mortgage, home can mean even more. It can mean a college education, taming your high-interest debt, even a renovation. We've made it easier than ever to use your home equity. That home you worked so hard for, now it can work hard for you. Call 800-4ROCKET or visit rocket.com to find out more.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC, licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
Frank Frangie here. I was talking to a buddy the other day. His HOA told him his old fence had to go. I said, man, call Coil Fencing. They've been around the block since 1927. Heck, they probably built half the fences in Jacksonville. They do it all. Tough chain link for security. Those fancy aluminum ones the HOA actually likes. Nearly a century of keeping yards safe and looking good. If you need a fence, call Coil. You can trust the folks at Coil. 904-356-4821 or visit CoilJacks.com, COYLE, Jacks.com.
He's not Pistol Pete, he's Pete Prisco.
Been on the wanted list almost 20 years.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco joins the Frangie Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
Need the right tools for the job without the full-time price tag? Tucker Equipment Rentals in Neptune Beach is what you need when you need it. From heavy machinery for commercial projects to weekend projects at the house, we've got you covered. We've been serving Jacks for 50 years. Visit Tucker Equipment Rentals in Neptune Beach, just behind Aqua East Surf Shop, or call today. We also have event rentals too. Tucker Equipment Rentals. Tools you need without the price tag of purchasing.
Baseball is back. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball at the newly renovated 5-star ballpark is your home for affordable family fun. Tickets start at just $5. Fireworks after every Friday home game and kids round the bases after Sunday games. Log on to jackshrimp.com for tickets and details. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball, affordable family fun.
Hi, I'm Karen, owner of Clay Solar Installation Partners, your local woman-owned solar company. Did you hear? JEA is raising rates again. With summer right around the corner, those power bills are only going to go up. But with solar, you can take control of energy costs and say goodbye to rising rates. At Clay Solar, we make switching easy and affordable. Stop paying more for power and own it. Visit claysolar.com to schedule a consultation today.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the Botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations, Julington Creek, Jacks Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine, and over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing, or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the Botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
I'm Brendan with Checkmate Coating. We transform pool decks, driveways, and patios with pro precision.
Checkmate Coating, your floor's missing piece.
Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Get Smart John is polished up by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
He's bald, he's beautiful, he smells so, well, some say delicious. He's Get Smart John. Good morning, Johnny. We'll fire up the Checkmate Coatings hotline and see if we can't checkmate today's trivia opportunity.
Well, you always give it your best shot, right?
Well, that's what we promise. Hey, E.T., can you go let Maddie in the front door? His timing has conspired against us, and we'll get him shuffled in here as we move along as well. But
okay.
How we doing? No, we're ready. We're good to go, though. Let's go. What we got?
Good.
How we doing? Shout-outs, I'm assuming?
I actually don't have a shout-out.
Wow. Look at me. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm shouted out for now.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
Huh?
Yeah.
That's shout-out. Maybe a first.
Well, we've just about covered every Guggen and Guggenella in the town.
There's always somebody new at those shows of yours anyway.
Well, this is true.
Okay. Do you find that on the rainy evenings you get a little bit less of people?
Actually, it can go one way or the other. Sometimes it can, and then sometimes it's packed.
Yeah, it makes them go do something. I got you. All right. Well, what do we got here?
All right. Do you want to wait for Matt, or are we good to go?
Let's start.
All right,
he'll be walking in at the end, and I can ask them both if I don't know. How about that?
Okay.
It's like a bullpen.
But, one thing I will say, the audio clue is from one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time.
Okay.
And it's not a Bond movie.
Well, the first thing I thought was yeah.
It's not a Bond movie.
There's a question we have never asked you, and we should ask. We should ask every week before we start, and that is: did you have a perfect game last night? Did anybody have a perfect game?
No.
Do you keep up with those stats?
Yes.
How many perfect games are there typically on either a night or over a period of time?
It's pretty rare, actually.
Yeah, that's what
I will tell you who's had a couple of perfect games. They came in second to you in the Super Bowl trivia.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
all right. Well, there you go. I was just curious.
That's Chuck. Yeah. By the way, shout out. I believe there's a shout out BK grad too. So
we've had a bunch of perfect games, but we have a limited schedule. We're playing range shortened, basically. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. My question too: are you grandpa or are you another name?
I'm a pawpaw. Is what I am.
Pawpaw.
Yeah,
that's good.
I'm a pawpaw. Yeah.
Okay.
We got a lot going on, man. We got through split families along the way. There's a bunch of pops and grandmas and meemaws and you name it. We got one somewhere for this little joker. He's gonna be smart just remembering all the daggum names.
This is true. All right. So this morning we're going to get started with logos.
Okay. Good morning, Matt Every. How are we doing, brother? You listening? You gonna play? You kind of look a little
timing.
He's gonna get you going. That's my baddie. Are you ready to go? Or are you a little nervous? Don't sit over there on the sideline. I need you to get going here on the trivia. I need help.
Is
I'm
my
dumb.
mic on? Are we good?
You're good now.
Yeah, I'm
you're
ready.
Full throat, ready to go. How was the Monday drop?
It was great.
Awesome.
Early call time.
Early call time?
Very early.
Oh, so you did it early in the morning.
Yeah. All right.
Let's
get into this trivia.
Look at him. He's no messing around. He's coming in. He's taking charge. I like it. I'm going to go home. I'm going home at 7:40. Be Matt and E.
Yeah, there you go. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, John.
Okay. As I recall, every time you've come in, you've done pretty well. So
smart.
No
guy.
pressure.
Huh?
Yeah. Okay.
Hollywood hair and all those brains, buddy.
SEC, baby. SEC.
SEC says. Were you on the academic All-American team, Matt?
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Why would I?
You'd be surprised.
I would not be surprised.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we're all over the map with question categories. So I like it.
That's what trivia is by its nature.
Yes, sir. Okay. What energy drink brand features two animals locked in a head-to-head charge?
That's Red Bull, ain't it?
Yes. Current events.
I've never had a red, little ears. I've never had a red, and this is truth.
Like a straight Red Bull?
I've never had a Red Bull without vodka in it.
Same.
I've had a Red Bull and vodka probably 50 times.
I gave those up.
Well, those are rough, buddy.
Have you
those are doing both. Those are firing you up. Yeah.
The straight Red Bulls?
No, I don't do straight Red Bull. I've never had one.
Yeah, me either.
With the vodka, it tastes okay. Yeah. Not bad.
Well, that's what I don't understand. Red Bull is an energy drink, right? But then you have these young people that mix it with drinks.
Well, that's what I
said. Well, but why? What are you going to be, a wide awake drunk? I don't know.
Trying to get turned, John. Come on.
Hey, John, can I just say this as a 58-year-old man who's been at drinking age for many, many years? Dude, it's all the same. You drink a vodka and Red Bull or half a bottle of wine, same deal.
Okay.
It wasn't some special super freak buzz where you're bouncing off the walls. It was just a mixer. That's all it was. Just a mixer. Anyway.
Okay. Yes,
of course, you're talking to a guy who can literally drink a cup of coffee on the plane and then go right to sleep.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm assuming Red Bull's caffeine, isn't it? Isn't that the only energy in energy drinks?
And some of those other things. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Sure.
Some greenies.
The purpose of Red Bull and vodka is to get a little buzz, but also stay up late enough to do some work.
Sure.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Right?
That's not my motivation behind it.
No, mine either.
I totally get that.
Yeah.
But for me, so I'm saying for me, when I drink, there's no more of a mission attached to a Red Bull and vodka than there would be a rum and Coke. Is all I'm saying.
Gotcha.
That's all I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Like, what if you drink the coffee, like the Kahlua? Is that the same kind of deal? Same kind of jittery deal?
I don't think there's as much caffeine with the Kahlua. Yeah.
All right.
Nebraska became the first state to ban the purchase of which product using SNAP benefits? Candy, pet food, or soda?
Say it. What?
SNAP, which is like food stamps.
SNAP. Right. Nebraska became the first state, right?
What was it? Candy,
pet food, or soda?
Is this recent? Is this current events? Yeah.
Current events.
Pretty sure this is soda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty sure this is soda.
Okay. It's definitely not
soda.
pet food.
Yeah. No, it's not pet food. In Nebraska?
What kind of human would do that?
They'd burn down the steak.
I know, right?
Burn it down tomorrow. They'd all ride in on their steers, take care of business. Science.
Often used in baking, what common kitchen ingredient is scientifically known as sodium bicarbonate?
Baking soda?
Yeah, baking soda.
Yeah.
Sodium was a good context clue.
It was. Music.
Also known as a seasoning. This salted flavor grain is known as salt.
Which Rihanna hit from 2007 compares love and protection to what common weather-related item?
Umbrella.
Yeah.
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 It's your girl.
Ella.
Y'all might need one out there today.
Is it raining all day today? Is that the deal?
Apparently.
It's been raining
I got soaked coming to work.
We need these days every now and
Listen,
then.
buddy, I haven't had any sleep all week. It sounds like a good day to go home, click on the fan, lower the shades. Yeah.
Don't need that 2 days in a row.
You had that yesterday?
Yeah,
yesterday. E.T. was McNabb in here yesterday. He was puking the whole day.
What?
Now I finally said it. I finally said the word. I don't mean to be gross. I know it's early.
What'd you say?
Puke. Yeah.
Oh.
Was it food poisoning?
Who knows? Yeah. Liquid. No, I'm kidding.
Nah.
Too much Red Bull.
No, he wasn't. You could tell. If your man comes in like that and he gets sick, you can smell it on him.
Yeah, you can smell a hangover on somebody.
Not him. It's never happened. I'm saying you do smell it on him. I love these jokers who get up with that ode to Budweiser the next day and have no clue that it's just emanating. They're carrying around like that pig pen, like atmosphere around them, and every boss they see, every coworker, we smell you coming a mile away, buddy. Try one on last night, Fred?
Or in my case, I've done it where the first thing I do when I work, I get on the treadmill. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you talk about sweating it out. Oof. Oof.
Yeah, the Sauvage, you mean?
No comment.
That's a bit club wear.
Sauvage. Okay. Civil rights.
Civil rights.
Have you ever seen those shots of the NFL players in the winter? They take their their helmet off, and then you can see the steam coming
all the
off.
steam.
That's the Savage coming off of John. All right, carry on.
Okay, within 2 years, what year did the U.S. Supreme Court issue its decision in Brown versus Board of Education?
Gosh, I should know this. I want to say it's like 50. E.T., buddy, you got to know this, man.
Yeah, no, I just...
Yeah, you got to know this. It's 50. It's like 50, 52, I think. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm sorry to not have this
I feel like
civic
you should
awareness.
know this, too.
Yeah, I feel like we should all know this, but I feel...
Brown versus education.
It's like 50, I think, man. I don't know. I think it's 50 or 52. So.
Isn't your wife in the school system, too?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, every morning they say the Brown versus Board of Education pledge. I'm going to go 50, John, and just take the L.
1954.
You should have said 52. Why did I say 52?
I don't know.
That would have covered 50.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't 40s.
Instinct. You did. Because more often than not, we talk about it.
Son of a bee sting. I'm right around it. I take credit for the answer. At least I'm in the ballpark.
Yes, you were.
Son of a bee. This is how dumb I am, Matt Every. During the course of all the tornado going on in my mind, I'm saying, well, say 52, it'll cover both. And yet by the time I did it, golly. All right.
Okay.
Because I knew it wasn't.
We'll get past this.
Say I knew. Now, you always know after you hear the answer. So maybe, there was some of that.
Okay, let me preface. This is a sports question. So let me preface by saying only a couple teams got this one correct.
Of course. They're not dealing with kind of sports expertise of the morning show here at 1010XL.
All right. Polo is most commonly played with how many players per team?
No idea. Yeah, none. I'm going to say 5 or 6.
Hold on.
I've seen these polo matches.
Think about how many horses are on the field.
I'm right. Have you been to a polo match?
No, but
it sounds like quite the highfalutin.
I've seen them practicing before, and
it's like 4 or 5 or 6,
Springs,
right?
huh?
Is it any more than that? It's not like 8.
Yeah, I think
man teams, is it?
I want to say 6.
Like 6 on each team, or 6 total?
6 on each team.
I like that. I say 5 or 6.
I think we might be heavy on that.
Yeah, it might be 5.
If that's heavy. Yeah, you want to go 5?
We don't. It's got to be the exact number. I'm thinking in my head, because this is strange, but I got a 2.5-year-old running around who goes through periods of being fascinated with this, that, or the other. And we had horses on one day in the last few weeks, and there was a polo match, and I wish I'd have paid attention, but I don't know if it's because it was just shot tighter. It wasn't a ton of horses.
Right, like how many? Yeah, exactly.
Like maybe 3 on a side.
4
or
you
4.
Go
Let's
4?
go 4. 4 aside.
That is correct.
Yeah!
That's how you work through it, fellas.
That was some good work.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Take that back to the shop.
That, I will say, that is one of your great polls, for sure.
We talked it through.
Oh, that was so good.
You did. I liked it.
We went from 8 to 4. We had a whole army, man. We could have taken over small countries for the horses we had. That was fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Movies.
Okay.
In Slumdog Millionaire, what game show does Jamal compete on?
Who Wants to Be
a Millionaire?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie?
I watched it on the way to Thailand.
I heard it was good.
It was.
I heard it was good. I've never seen it.
Yeah,
that was Justin Timberlake?
No. It was awesome.
No, it's about like it's like an Indian movie, isn't it? Or mostly Indian themed and casted. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks good.
It is.
Perhaps today is the fan in the shades in the Slumdog Millionaire. Hey, let's go.
Fashion.
E.
Now you'll get this. Which fashion luxury brand is known for its LV monogram pattern?
Talk to him, Maddie.
Yeah, you know.
Louis Vuitton.
Yes.
Talk to him, Maddie.
He's got that Louis duffel bag in there.
No.
That's a sling, man.
Crossbody sling, baby.
Yeah, CBS we call it.
Crossbody sling.
Classic toys.
All right.
What drawing toy uses plastic knobs to move an internal stylus over a silver screen?
Etch-a-sketch.
Yeah. Some of those dudes that can do that Etch-a-sketch, they're just crazy, dude.
Yes.
Man, you wear out those Etch-a-Sketches for something so simple, man. How many kid hours you put in an Etch-a-Sketch? Just like you're going on a trip.
Oh my gosh,
Back in the day, there was no.
It's like an iPad.
There's no Game Boys or iPads. Your mom threw you an Etch-a-Sketch and said, "Be quiet for a couple of hours."
It's true. Absolutely.
And then there was the other one. You had the Etch-a-Sketch, and then you also had the one where you had like a magnetic pencil, and you would drag the stuff up.
Oh, yeah, that had like a face on it.
Right.
And you put a beard or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, hair, exactly.
God, what a bunch of dumb little creatures we were. Then go stare at the sun for an hour. It'll be time for dinner.
Okay. So, as I said, Matt was not there, but I said the audio clue is in my top 5 favorite movies of all time. So,
all right,
let it marinate. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a good movie
Shawshank
guy.
Redemption.
There's going to be you have a couple questions you have to answer on this too.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Okay, if you would.
I need to hear it. Hopefully, I've seen the movie.
You said
think you have.
wanted to know how to get to Capone.
Say it again.
Do you really want to get him? You see what I'm saying? What are you prepared to do? Everything within the law. And then what are you prepared to do?
Yeah, it's Untouchables.
If you open the ball on these people, Mr. Nash, you must be prepared to go all the way. Because they won't give up the fight until one of you is dead. I want to get Capone. I don't know how to get him. You want to get Capone? Here's how you get him. He pulls a knife, you pull a gun. He sends one of yours to the hospital, you send one of his to the morgue. That's the Chicago way.
Yeah, okay. Untouchables, it's going to be...
it is the Untouchables, correct.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for me to get anything more than that.
Yeah, I got no chance.
Maybe, unless we get into like year release, that kind of stuff.
No, I'm not going to do that. It actually was released 38 years ago today.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would have had a better chance at year of release than whatever question you're about to ask me, but go ahead.
Okay, who said who was the primary voice in that?
That was Sean,
who was the actor?
That was Sean Connery. Yeah.
Correct. And then who was he talking to?
Oh, Kevin Costner.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, yeah, we got it.
See, that wasn't bad.
Awesome.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
That's a good one, boss.
Oh, that's
an old
a
school
classic.
gangster movie.
Maybe
That's
I'll
a
watch
good
that
one
today.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's got good,
Robert De Niro as Al Capone.
Yeah, De Niro and Costner and
the first guy you said.
Yeah, who did you say?
Well, the bad guy was good. You remember?
Yeah, Sean Connery. I'm saying. That's
well, he won an Academy Award for
I
it.
know he did. That's a really good movie, and it's like 80s, bro. It's not going to
87.
take you to black and white.
No, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm in.
No, we each have an assignment.
Yeah.
I'm going to go watch Slumdog Millionaire, and you're going to watch Untouchables. When are you, by the way, before I even see it? Yeah, that's a good movie.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
It's great. One of the best scenes in that movie, he pushes the bad guy off the roof who had killed Sean Connery, goes through the roof of a car, and then Andy Garcia said, "Hey, where's Mr. Nitt?" He goes, "He's in the car." It was great. Anyway, sorry, I digress.
Yes. Favorite movies, what can you do?
One of my favorites, absolutely. Okay, good job, by the way.
Yeah, somebody was making fun of me the other day for my favorite movie all time being Wizard of Oz. I don't care. I stand by it.
You know what?
Yeah.
I love Wizard. Oh, that's what it was. You just perfect. Okay, because you are a big Wizard of Oz fan, and I am too.
Okay.
So here's the trivia question that.
Oh boy, look what I've done, Matt. It's
A Wizard of Oz aficionado should probably get.
I don't know. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I think you will.
I got a lot of man hours logged into that flick through the years.
Listen, dude, when I was a kid, when they showed that every year, that was a big deal.
Sure, every Sunday night it used to come on.
Yeah, usually around Easter. So, but yes.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, what's the question?
So when Dorothy
is
in Emerald City.
Okay.
And the witch writes out 2 words in the sky.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what the words were?
Yeah. 2 words. Yes, she wrote. I want to say it's like. It's just awful dark. What I think it is awful dark. Would it be a dark answer? No, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. There's no, because I feel it's like kill Dorothy or something. You know, like.
Well, keep in mind that came out in 1939.
Yeah. What was it? I don't know.
Surrender Dorothy.
Dorothy was in there. It was kill instead of surrender. Yeah. No.
Okay, that's right. Well, that was tough.
Yeah,
and that was one of those bonus ones. It wasn't. I wanted to ask you that when you talked about Wizard of Oz, and you just.
I got you.
Yeah. Okay. Matt, have you seen The Wizard of Oz?
Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
I have.
Yeah, there's not a person walking God's green earth that hasn't seen The Wizard of Oz.
No.
at least one time. Especially, well, maybe as we get older. Like, in other words, John's hearkening back to a day where you got the movie of the week and that was it. You watched it because there wasn't anything else on.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is true. Yeah, you had limited his choices for sure.
Sure. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Music.
Hello.
Which Lady Gaga song, released in 2011, became an anthem for self-acceptance and feature lyrics about embracing individuality?
I said no. I'm just kidding.
I would say it's.
Yeah, go ahead. You're the Gaga expert.
Thanks. You're the Wizard of Oz expert.
Yes, I am. Kill Dorothy, I said. A little dark.
Say it one more time, John. Sorry, dude.
No worries. Which Lady Gaga song, released in 2011, became an anthem for self-acceptance and feature lyrics
Born
about
This Way.
embracing? Yeah.
Let's go. You
Go
were right.
ahead, Maddie.
You were right.
Lady Gaga expert.
Born This Way. Nice.
Okay,
Maybe
here's one for-
Shallows. That cuts off my Lady Gaga.
I don't mind Lady Gaga.
I don't mind her at all. It's fine.
Yeah. She's got some catchy stuff.
That's a vibe.
Yeah.
I thought you did pretty well in The Star Is Born,
I thought she was good in that. Better than
Yeah.
some other stuff I've seen her in.
Yeah,
And I think she actually looked better with no makeup.
I also think like she was born to be a star. A lot of the other girls her age feel like they're manufactured.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, didn't she go to Juilliard or something? I mean, she truly was and has talent.
Talented person, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Jeff. Geography.
Well, blue question.
Here we go.
Blue
Known,
question.
known for its extreme climate and geological significance, what country contains the lowest natural point in Europe?
The lowest?
Okay.
I'll say it one more time, too. Known for its extreme climate and geological significance, what country contains the lowest natural point in Europe?
Man. Geographical significance makes it sound hell. Wow.
Can you read it one more time?
Yeah. Again, are we talking about a country, a region, a city?
What? Country. Looking for a country. Yes.
Okay.
Known for its extreme climate and geological significance, what country contains the lowest natural point in Europe?
I mean, extreme can be either it's got a wide range, so you're thinking desert, but there's no desert climates in Europe. So it's got to be like, I'm thinking like Iceland or Greenland, but that seems mountainous to me. Where is the low point? I think the geographic thing is going to throw us off.
I would say it's Greenland.
Like Greenland?
Yeah.
We'll go Greenland.
Russia.
Oh, yeah. Russia. Probably desert there. Siberia. Yeah. Russia.
Well, let me ask you: is Greenland or Iceland considered Europe?
Is Russia considered? I know Russia is Europe. It never seems Europe to me. It's like so separate that it just.
Well, it's so big too.
Yeah, it just doesn't. Yeah. But it is. I'm not.
Is Greenland Europe?
Greenland isn't that the one that
I'm curious.
we're trying to take, or is that a different one?
I don't.
Iceland.
We might have just given one of the worst answers ever.
Why would Greenland not be Europe?
I don't know.
Well, I'm stupid then too.
It's
It's not attached to it.
Well, Hawaii's not attached to the U.S.
I know that.
I mean, what it's got? If it belongs to a continent, which one does it belong to? It's
miscellaneous.
It's territory of Denmark, autonomous territory in the Kingdom of Denmark, which is in Europe. It's most certainly European.
Yeah, Denmark, of course, is European.
Yeah, and Greenland is European. Where what else? Where else are we going to stick it? It's right there in Europe.
Okay, well, yeah.
Now we know.
Antarctica, it's yours now.
Cast Party.
Okay.
What 2019 film featured performances from Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, and Margaret Qualley? I don't know who Margaret Qualley is.
I don't know.
2019?
Mm-hmm.
Margot Robbie, Brad Pitt,
and Margaret Qualley. Do you know who Margaret Qualley is?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I mean, Margot Robbie, I know what she looks like.
Have you heard of Margaret Qualley?
Negative.
I mean, we need some Pitt. I mean, what? I don't know what's what.
Pitt. But no, it's the...
It's rattling.
Obviously, we're not giving the other main star because that would give it away.
Yeah. Oh, it's probably Mr. Mrs.
Once
Smith.
Upon a Time in Hollywood or something like that.
Oh, yeah, DiCaprio. That's about the time frame. We'll go with that one.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you watch that one?
No.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing like the previous.
Yeah. All right, we got time for one more, John. We've gone way over our allotted time here today, but hey, who's counting?
Right. That's okay. All right.
Movies. Again, it's been a heavy movie day.
You'll hear it. Okay. What was the first feature-length film to be entirely computer animated?
Computer animated. So that doesn't necessarily mean animated, or does it? Are you telling me the first?
Yes, it is an animated. Yes.
So it's like
all done through computer animation.
This is like it's a I don't remember that. It's a Mickey Mouse. Are you talking about? Feature film? You said?
Mm-hmm.
That's a Disney film. Like the first one, I maybe think a cartoon, but it was like a Mickey Mouse. It has a famous title though.
No, I was going to go with
That's
Avatar.
not it. Is it Avatar? So we're that. I'm getting thrown by the computer part. I don't know. Are we talking about the first animated film, John? Yes or no? Are we talking about the 30s?
No.
Or are we talking about now?
No.
Okay.
No. Computer animated. They didn't have computers in the 30s.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't know what that means, though. I don't know when computer animation began. I hate this question. I refuse to answer. We'll talk to you next week. No. We'll go with E. He said Avatar. He said Avatar.
Toy Story.
Toy Story. See, that's Pixar. I hate you. I'll talk to you next week. You smell great until then. That's Get Smart, John. Back with more on a Beach Rose Plumbing Wednesday.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Share your life with 1010XL. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Oh, wait. I'm going to take a picture and post it on Facebook. What? Hashtag
1010XL.
Love is in the air. At Beards Diamonds, listen up. Couples, this is a great offer. Hicken here from my friends at Beards Diamonds. Now for a limited time. Buy one, get one free on all wedding bands. That's right. When you buy his wedding band, get hers free. Buy hers, get his free. Save up to $10,000. Woo! You about to get married or been married for years, thinking it's time for an upgrade? You can't miss the deal of the year on the ultimate symbol of love. Beards has hundreds and hundreds of bands. Top designers, white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, titanium, platinum, plain bands, channel set bands, eternity bands. Oh my goodness, nobody has a bigger or better selection of wedding bands than Beards. So get to Beards, find the wedding band that reflects your style and your personality. Buy one, get the second free. The big box corporate jewelry stores, they can't touch this, but Beards can. Through June 23rd, buy one wedding band, get the second one free. Don't miss the opportunity to celebrate. Beards Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center. Shop local.
Hacker here for Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Look, the summer has arrived. Memorial Day is in the rearview mirror. It's vacation season for me, and over the next couple of weeks, whether it's a cruise, going out to Las Vegas, I'm going to bust out the tank tops, man. I'm going to show off the bod a little bit. Now, would I have done that 100 pounds ago? Of course not, but thanks to the great folks at Awaken 180 Weight Loss, I really have a new lease on life. It's life-changing. I'm in the maintenance program now, doing really well, right? The weight is not coming back on. That's almost as rewarding, if not a little more rewarding. It's one thing to lose the weight. It's something else to keep it off. I've been able to do that with the great folks of Awaken 180 Weight Loss. If it's time in your life to make that change like it was for me, go to awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800. If I can do it, you can do it. Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Guys, want a golf course fairway quality lawn? TopDressing.com just landed in Jacksonville with the golf course secret for St. Augustine grass homeowners. A patented process that aerates and turns your turf into a fairway stunner. Serious golf course technology, but in your yard. Less water, tighter cuts, total neighborhood domination. No one else scores a perfect 10 lawn. Hit TopDressing.com now. You will own the block. Top dress your yard like the pros with TopDressing.com.
As a law enforcement officer, safe roads are one of my top priorities, ensuring everyone can get home safely each day. Some never will, due to aggressive driving, being distracted, or speeding on the roads. And too often, that results in the toughest part of my job, and the longest walk in my life. I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share with you.
9 people will be killed on our Florida roadways today. Don't let it be you or a person you love. Buckle up every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
And welcome back to another episode of Potty Talk with our current champion. So what's your secret to your perfect plumbing proficiency?
It's simple, really. Roland Reese Plumbing is always the right answer.
Roland Reese Plumbing, 260-7059.
One man, one hammer. One place to hear it drop. Hammer Time with Hayes, weekdays on The Frangie Show.
Driven by Southside Kia. Online at SouthsideKiaJacks.com on 1010XL.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Hey, poker players, the Poker Atlas Tour is back at Best Bet St. Augustine from June 5th to June 15th. The Poker Atlas Tour features 7 events, including Event 1, a $300 no-limit hold'em tournament with a $100,000 guarantee, and the $600 no-limit hold'em title event with a $200,000 guaranteed prize pool. Satellites start May 17th. For more details, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. All right, we've dispatched of Get Smart, John. It is time for the 10-minute drill as we head through some of the headlines and newsmakers in the sports world. Matt Every in studio with us today. Dan Hickens sleeping off what must be a miserably frustrating loss last night out west. The Mets had a 5-1 lead, at one point, and ultimately the Dodgers tied it in the ninth on a home run. That's just gut-wrenching. You take that 5-1 lead in the through the top of the fifth, and you know you got to hold that lineup down for 5 innings, but you do have a 4-run lead. Couldn't hold it. They've gone extra innings in back-to-back nights. The Mets won, and now here it is on SportsCenter. We're getting the Travis Hunter show. Have you seen that? Yeah, that's what he does. Yeah. Welcome to Travis Hunter's world. I've
seen it, but I didn't know this made SportsCenter top 10.
Yeah, that's playing defense, by the way. That's not playing offense. If you can do that playing defense, imagine when you're the one who knows where the ball's going. Right? Imagine what you're going to do on offense. ET, if you make that play on defense, imagine when the play starts as you're the one who knows where the ball's ending up.
Where you don't have to turn around and shift your body.
Again, as far as the level of play that you can make in shorts and shirt, that's pretty darn good.
That was impressive.
There's other things that it came up earlier. We were talking about this poll that was ranking teams by their best player, and already they say that Travis Hunter is the Jaguars' best player. Who do you think is the Jaguars' best player?
Brian Thomas.
Brian Thomas. Yeah, that's a fair, easy.
But
and
I would be way okay with it being Travis Hunter because I mean he'd be pretty freaking sick.
I would say already Travis Hunter. This isn't based on we haven't
played any games.
Yeah, the question is, and if we'd asked the question last year, the answer would have been Brian Thomas Jr.
Would it before the season?
That's the answer. At the end of the day, you are what you are, and it doesn't matter if you've played or haven't played. It was proven, but it would have been the answer because it ended up being proven that way. Listen, here's what you can look forward to. Everything that you saw Brian Thomas Jr. last year do, the ability to get open, the speed yard after catch, we now have Wonder Twin powers activate. We're going to have the same thing on the other side. It's going to be.
I can't wait.
We have a tight end who, is starting to believe the hype that Eric Armstead threw his way, that Brenton Strange can be a real relevant weapon in this league. And at least for now, they seem to be cautiously optimistic that the running game can survive in its current condition.
Speaking of tight ends, the Falcons they're trying to shop Pitts around.
We talked about that earlier in the week. It seems as if that is.
Why would they? Why?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. There's no production there, but that's not going to appeal to other teams. The only thing that I would say for whoever buys on Kyle Pitts, you could get an Evan Ingram return. I mean, Kyle Pitts for the Falcons is basically what Evan Ingram was for the Giants. He had a really good first year, and then it was kind of a disappointment. Wasn't catching enough, wasn't producing enough, somewhat spurred on by injury. And, Ingram had a terrific revival here in Jacksonville. So one of those could be waiting for Pitts. I'm surprised that he hasn't at least been a pass-catching tight end.
Yeah.
Like, even if you're going to be a total tight end, like Kittle, and do it all,
yeah.
I at least thought he would be a 70, 80 catch guy. And he's just not shown. He was supposed to be, a nightmare matchup. And now so many, there used to be a day where if a tight end went in the slot, the defense barely knew what to do.
How much of that is of a tight end's production is scheme and do you know what I mean? Like coaching, and then how much is it like a certain quarterback likes to automatically look for his tight end first guy? Do you know what I'm saying?
I certainly think there are systems and comfort levels where the tight end catches more than what would be a normal amount of balls. I think we saw that here with Evan Ingram in the system that Doug Peterson ran, where he just dragged him underneath, gave an offensive line that gave a minimal amount of protection, and you had to get rid of the ball quick. And there's Evan Ingram again, 11 for 88 this week. Listen, all I can do as far as expectations for this Jaguars offense and how the offense will spread out is what I saw Liam Cohen do as the offensive coordinator with the Bucs last year, and how their skill positions, statistically spread out.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, I'm going to look at it right now just to remind myself, but I'm pretty sure that last year, I would guess from the tight end position that the Bucs got maybe 50 grabs. I mean, their number one tight end, maybe. Did Cade Otton even have 50? Probably not. He was hurt. It wouldn't have been Otton, actually. I think Otton was hurt for a lot of last year. All right, here are the receiving leaders last year. It is Otton, 59 catches. So 60 catches in 14 games for Otton, including 4 touchdowns. Mike Evans caught 74. Godwin, in just 7 games, had 50 grabs. So I think the expectation would be for Travis Hunter and Brian Thomas Jr. and Brenton Strange to do every bit and produce every bit as much as Evans, Godwin, and Otton. Now, whether or not that happens, we'll see. I think the expectation for Liam Cohen and his offense is that his quarterback throws for 4,500 yards and 40 touchdowns, because that's what Baker Mayfield did last year in a similarly weak division. So I'm not saying these things are going to happen. I'm not saying our guys are capable of producing the numbers that these Bucs players did. I'm saying that if I could project what I believe Liam Cohen thinks, that's what he thinks. Why would you not?
I want to go bet the season total over right now.
Is it 7.5?
Yeah.
7.5 is pretty generous for a team that only won 4.
I mean, we couldn't have a better
6.5, and I just throw the house and tell every Guggen to go ahead and buy shares. 7.5, man. You're one quarterback injury away from being 7.
Well, that's every team.
But every team that was 4-13 going to 8. You get a 4-game improvement with unless it all stays healthy. And I think, listen, you're talking to a guy that thinks he'll be 10-7. So I do agree.
Sometimes I think like that 4-13 is like a guy that shoots like, what's the difference between 75 and 78? It's the same at the pro level.
That's fair.
They both suck.
That's fair.
I mean, it doesn't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. And by the way, even our harshest cynical self-evaluation,
Mm-hmm.
do any of us think that last year's team, we know what 4-win teams look like
Yeah,
here.
that was-
abysmal, terrible teams.
Yes.
And we had moments last year where we looked as bad as those, but overall,
No, that
we
was
were not
not-
that team.
no.
We were not those teams.
No.
So that is fair. I know you don't watch a ton of NBA, but you certainly keep
Yeah, I
up
do.
with it. Did you do? You
I mean, I like the NBA.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you watch some of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Thibodeau fired by the Knicks after 5 years.
What?
Yeah. See, you fall into that category.
What are they doing?
Yeah. He's been there 5 years. 4 of them have been playoff years. This year was the best Knicks season by how far they advanced since 2000. And the reward for Tom Thibodeau is a scanning, I think, of the coaching landscape by the Knicks management and saying, man, there are better guys here to take us to that next level. And the one thing about Thibodeau is he seems to have a shelf life on wearing on his players, and he also seems to have a ceiling now. You know, he went to the Bulls and inherited a good roster, and they were really good for a year, but he goes hard, man. And those day and age NBA player, ET, I just don't know. I think he grinds them out.
Yeah, he wear the boys out.
Now, that being said, the main culprit and the guy who now is coming every direction they're coming at, getting him out, and let's get some sort of trade is Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
You know, that's the guy that is ultimately taking the heat among
he's
the national. He's the one. He's the problem.
He's the reason.
He can't be. He's not the reason that they didn't win, but he's not good enough to pair with Brunson.
Oh, I thought you meant like he was the one leading the charge to get Tibbs out of there.
No.
All right. Yeah. Well, I agree with that. I think I do think he's a problem.
Yeah, I was fine with Thibodeau going for
The
this
game that he had, the good game that
at 22.4
Cat had. Yeah, he didn't play basically the first. A lot of the first.
He hit
half.
all of his stats in the fourth quarter.
But I meant like I don't think minutes. I think he was in foul trouble or something early, so he didn't play a ton. So he had energy.
Yeah.
But you give that guy a lot of minutes, dude. He can't get an inch off the ground.
I
late
can't.
in the
The
game.
problem with Cat,
he looks like he has a conditioning problem.
He's a good player. He needs to be the third best player on a good team. He's just not that, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's impressive. A 7-1 guy can shoot threes, and he can lankily get his numbers. And at the end of the day, he has numbers. But if you're the Knicks, you're better off with Mitchell Robinson getting getting his numbers, playing defense, grabbing boards, and getting a bona fide, scoring consistent. They'd be better with Siakam than Karl Anthony Towns. The Knicks would.
Yeah.
If they had Siakam instead of Towns, I think they would have won the series if those two were flip-flopped. And they don't play the same position, don't get me wrong, but the Knicks would then switch Robinson in. I am okay with Thibodeau going for one reason. That was the most miserable coaching exhibition in the Eastern Conference Finals that I've ever seen. Let's be clear
about the first few games.
The whole series from start to finish. He coached like he didn't have any clue about his team. But one thing that I will take over out of this postseason and the one trend that emerged, and I will say this, and I feel real strong about this. If an NBA team blows a 20-point lead in the fourth quarter, it is 1,000% on the coach. The coach is a moron.
Couldn't agree
if
more.
he watches his team.
You see that thing going south.
That's
you better
right.
Nip it in the butt
Immediately, you
right
gotta
away.
have. That's right. So when the Celtics blew the lead against the Knicks, it was Missoula's fault.
Mm-hmm.
When the Knicks blew the lead against the Pacers, it was Tom Thibodeau's fault. He sat there and watched it go from 20 to 13 to 8. He mysteriously
They also didn't. They did not miss. I mean, that was.
I don't care.
The
send the next 5 in.
The sequence of events that happened.
Yeah,
that game.
I get it, but you got to answer on your end. You got a 20-point lead. Stop them.
No, I hear you.
You'd be better off benching everybody for a minute. Put your 5 scrubs in and tell them to play with their hair on fire for 5 minutes. Just change the vibe here. Like if you're ever struggling in at a card table, you're playing blackjack in the table or online, and it's just going wrong. Put a bet for a daggum $1 out there and just hit till you butt. Just switch it up. Something.
Yeah.
And buddy, he just didn't do it. I thought he had that one game where he didn't play Brunson. He sat him the whole fourth quarter.
That was weird.
He had another game he didn't play Karl Anthony Towns. You only got 2 guys here, dude. He rode Josh Hart. He continued to ride Josh Hart even when they, moved him out of the starting lineup. He still ended up playing 30.
Same minutes.
Yeah. It's just I thought he was really bad.
Okay, so who are they looking at?
Man, there are a lot of guys out there. Think about it. First of all, just the recent former NBA head coaches.
Is my guy Scott Skiles available?
You love your guy. But what about Mike Malone?
Yeah.
Won a title with Denver. What about the guy
He's been doing TV, right?
Yeah, for a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
What about the Denver coach that got fired, surprisingly, at the end of the year? What about, some people are talking about Danny Hurley would be a much better fit in New York than he would other places. Some are saying make a run at Jay Wright, the former Villanova coach. I have Gator fans asking me on the text line.
I was just thinking that.
If Todd, I think it's too early. I don't think
It's too early, but boy, does he fit the mold.
I don't think he would take that job.
Really?
I really don't.
Why?
Because it's
like the Mecca. Why
because
would you
he's
not
not ready,
That's
because
like
they
the
would fail.
peak of your profession would be the coach of the New York Knicks.
All right, let's say this. I don't know if he would take
Right?
the job.
I mean,
I don't know.
I mean,
it's too soon.
I'm not saying he's the man for the job, but I'm saying like you don't think he would take the job.
No,
Why
I'm
would
not.
you
I'm gonna
not take a job like that.
I'm gonna backtrack on what he would or wouldn't do.
Okay.
If he wants to coach in the NBA, that's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
He makes $9 million now to coach Florida. He has a lineup in place that is capable of repeating.
Absolutely.
So I don't.
No, I understand
he's only
that.
got, man. The guy's got like 5 years of experience of being a head coach at any level. I think it would depend on whether or not he and those that know him and have advised him think he's ready.
He would be amazing in New York City.
We'll see.
He would be.
I know that tender would be firing up. That's a 10-minute drill. E.T., what are you giving away today?
I got a pair of voucher tickets to see the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp game this season.
You bet.
They're in town this week, Tuesday through Sunday against Durham. These voucher tickets can be used for any game this season. But all you got to do is hit me up right now at 904-641-1010 and get you a pair. I'll let your boy.
All right, I got some.
Drill.
No, you're good.
MenOnly.com studios. The path to victory starts here.
Jacksonville on the move here. First drive of the game.
1010XL, home of the Jaguars.
What a win for Jacksonville!
Hey, Jacksonville Hicken here. I've been around the block or two, and Checkmate Coatings is who I call for my own place. They're my new MVP for stunning, long-lasting floors.
Brendan here with Checkmate Coatings. No massive overhead means top prices on top quality pool decks, driveways, garages, and patios too.
Visit CheckmateCoatings.com today. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece. Your shrimp in a bag.
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball is home at the newly renovated VyStar Ballpark this week. Tomorrow is Wear at Home Wednesday t-shirt giveaway presented by Renewal by Anderson and Better Health. Tomorrow, River City Pride and VyStar present Pride Night on Coors Light Thirsty Thursday. Then it's Red Shirt Friday with fireworks, followed by our salute to the Negro Leagues weekend. More fireworks and giveaways on Saturday and Baptist Health Sunday Family Fun Day. Baseball all weekend. JackShrimp.com for tickets. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball. Affordable family fun.
Listen all day as 1010XL gives you news, notes, and analysis of organized team activities as they get ready for the upcoming season. Our coverage of OTAs is hoisted by Heroes Lawn Care and Hurricane Grill and Wings.
New coaches, new players, new hope. Exactly. Follow 1010XL's coverage of organized team activities. Cooked up by Hurricane Grill and Wings and Heroes Lawn Care. Tune up the off-season with AA Automotive and 1010XL.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all think kind of the same way. Every now and then we'll look and go, gosh, that's a heavy monthly premium. And then we add it up in our head and we're like, man. Well, that's why if something happens and we need you, you need to be there. And that's what Craig and Chris Kaprowski do. They take this stuff seriously. This husband and wife team have teamed up to take care of all of our insurance needs. When I say take care of, I mean it. Something happens, you call the Kaprowskis, they jump on it immediately. They get you all the answers that you need, and they help you out. If they don't answer the phone, they call you right back. It's called customer service. Kaprowskis don't take it lightly. If it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat insurance, small business, the Kaprowskis will be there for you at your time of need. And I speak from experience. They've helped me, they've helped my son, they've helped my daughter many different times. Craig.Kaprowski at goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprowski, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I, goosehead.com, or call 478-8422, 478-8422. Get that insurance checkup and get it today.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
Are you experiencing high energy bills? Now is the time to upgrade your old inefficient windows and doors. Don't miss Renewal by Andersen's 30th anniversary sale. For a limited time, buy one, get 130% off all windows and patio doors. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com now to take advantage of this incredible offer. But hurry, this offer won't last long. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Restrictions apply. License number CGC1527613.
AA Automotive helps keep your vehicle in dependable and safe condition. Call Sam, Harry, or Joe, and they'll check your brakes, tires, fluids, electric, and motor, so your ride runs smooth on the road. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street.
Hey, say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bowden Eye & Associates. Hick it here from my friends at Bowden Eye. Dr. Bowden and his expert team bring you the latest options. Evo implantable Collamer lenses, refractive lens exchange, or traditional LASIK. Tailored just for you. Imagine waking up to clear vision, no hassle, no fuss. Are you ready to see the difference? It's easy. Call now or visit BowdenEye.com for a free screening. Bowden Eye & Associates. They're keeping the First Coast focused.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal. Pretty nice weather we're having, huh?
You think this is nice?
I mean, it's sunny, warm. We do live in Florida.
It's not all upside, Jason. Warm weather comes, so all the cool people hit the beach. My old air conditioner craps out, so it's 1,000 degrees inside, and I'm stuck on a video call in my underpants trying not to sweat through my...
Wait. Put these sunglasses on.
I'm not going to put on your... Whoa.
The air conditioning experts at Bueller Air & Plumbing can keep your home office cool and comfortable all summer long. You look good in your meeting, impress the big guy with your cool confidence, maybe finally make assistant deputy regional manager.
Wow, air conditioning can do that?
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all summer worried the weather is going to be too nice, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Want a simple way to boost your company's image without a big renovation? A fresh paint job in your brand's colors can increase recognition up to 80%. At Performance Painting, we help companies stand out with clean, on-brand finishes that impress clients and energize employees. From color consultations to low-odor coatings that won't disrupt operations, we've got you covered. Visit performance-painting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting! Is your backyard ready for the big leagues? Pick it here for Surfside Pools. Serving Northeast Florida since 1977, they have the home field advantage. Family owned and operated, offering weekly pool service, equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction. Let Surfside Pools make your backyard dreams a reality. Are you ready to float happy? Visit SurfsidePools.net or call 904-246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas, your hometown MVP.
License number CPC 044080.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Lone Pronto. Jaguar linebacker Foye Oluokun broke down the new defensive scheme during OTAs. Here's what he had to say.
It's good letting the D-line work, understanding my fits off of that, having eyes back to the quarterback, so when I do recognize plays and being able to break on balls and stuff.
Meanwhile, the Florida High School Athletic Association Board of Directors wrapped up the 2024-25 school year with major changes to basketball, baseball, and football, including the introduction of a 35-second shot clock for basketball to roll out in the 2026-27 season. And over at Five Star Ballpark, the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp dropped their series opener to the Durham Bulls. The teams face off again tonight. First pitch is at 7:05. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 8:16 and it's 75 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air & Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we are back. I got the super regional schedules in place. I didn't do anything myself. I'm just going to relay them to you. Miami was really on the bubble to get into the tournament. Sound familiar, Gator fans? That's kind of where Florida was a year ago. And the Canes beat a good baseball program, Southern Miss, to survive and advance. They stay in conference at the Louisville Super Regional. Or is it Louisville? At the Louisville Super Regional. It'll be Miami and Louisville. Game 1 Friday, 3 o'clock. Game 2 Saturday, 11 a.m. Meanwhile, Florida State, because Oregon State won their regional, they have to go out west to Corvallis, Oregon. I would say minimal effect, at least on the biorhythms. Their Friday game's at 6 p.m. Eastern. The Saturday game, 9 p.m. Eastern. So, at least you avoid anything too traumatic if it's necessary. There'd be a game 3 on Sunday. Same applies to Miami and Louisville.
Boy, that Tennessee head coach, he's tough for me, man.
There's some chirpiness in college baseball that if you're not into that side of it, can
there are
annoy
some
you.
Real deep. Can we say D-bags on here?
Yeah, well, just say it like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you can say
yes.
You like that podcast authority.
In the coaching position, there are some real ones.
Yeah, there really are, dude. And the Florida's coach
we
showed.
might have one of them.
Yeah, we have one too. That was a DB move that he made the other day, dressing down P. Shut up. You're not, God's gift to baseball. So, and he was wrong, and he feels like forced to make an apology. Yeah. He got dressed down by the AD, and he should have. That was weak. Meanwhile, Maddie's telling me the story of the softball game last night. It sounds like that was the thing to watch.
I think it was 2 nights ago.
Okay, 2 nights ago. And
Well, we were just talking about my daughter's diehard into softball right now, and we were watching it wasn't the final. It was to get into the final. It was Texas Tech, Oklahoma, and I think Oklahoma has won the last 4, maybe. They're calling them a dynasty. And the national championship game's in Oklahoma City every year, so it's basically a home game for Oklahoma. I'm just talking to myself.
No, you're not.
Jeff's
I'm
battling on the text line.
No, I'm not battling on the text line at all. I'm just responding. I'm totally heard you. It's a home game. It's in Oklahoma.
Okay. So anyways,
I've heard the story
dynasty
before.
is about to go down. All right. The dynasty is about to go down. It's
Oklahoma.
the top of the 7th inning. Oklahoma's down 2-0. 2 outs. Runner on first. This girl hits a shot to right center, ties the game. Place just goes nuts. I mean, it was super cool. And then Texas Tech scored in the bottom of the 7th, so it didn't even matter.
Good. I want Texas. I'm for Texas Tech.
$1 million pitcher gets to pitch again.
That's $1 million moment.
Yeah. Oh, big time.
Right. They hit one like that earlier. Wasn't it against Tennessee? They beat with a home run at the last second.
I don't know.
They did. Oklahoma's first game was the same deal. They hit like a 2-out, 2-run homer in the bottom of the ninth to win and move on. So but that will end it. It'll be it's Texas and Texas Tech, no? I think in the final.
It is.
Yeah. So I'll be for a Texas Tech in that one. Our friends that we'll be traveling with are one of the wife's a Texas Tech grad, so they're big Texas Tech sport. They were telling me about Oberg before Oberg came around. He's Texas Tech a golfer. I want to get into some golf stuff here. You know what Scott Scheffler should be hoping for?
What?
He should be hoping that the Wednesday after the U.S. Open, Matt Every is filling in on the drill. Because I swear every time you're in the studio, it's a week that Scotty Scheffler just won a golf tournament, and we can't help but think he's the guy intimidating. He's not intimidating with some sort of demeanor, but as a golfer, Matty, would he be about as intimidating as they come from the standpoint? I would think as a pro golfer. Let's take a break, come back and get into this on the other side.
All right.
We'll catch up here because I'm interested in the psychology of that. The hardest thing in sports is to know that no matter how good you do, no matter how well you play, you can't win.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
We'll get into it.
Okay, we'll do that and more when we return. You're listening to The Drill. It's a Beatrice Plumbing Wednesday. Like Family Beatrice is there, whether you have a plumbing emergency or a planned project. You can trust my friends at Beatrice Plumbing and BeatricePlumbing.com.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. You're in the pole position with 1010XL this Sunday at Michigan International Speedway.
Let's go racing!
Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234. From the station with the most horsepower, 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Gang, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Henson and the Henson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matty is, but we both want to know, have you done your last will? Man, Dan, I don't know why you bring that up. That's depressing. No, it's not. Something you got to take care of, something you want to do because you work hard for your money. You want to get the money to the people that you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Right? You want to have as much money as you can for your loved ones. Matt Henson will listen. He'll help you with your decisions. He'll provide you info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Henson Law Firm. Real easy to get a hold of Matty. 527-1700, 904-527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
Go to the green every Saturday morning.
Happy learned how to putt.
And get golf tips and talk to help make your golf game more fun on the Edwin Watts Golf Hour. Saturday morning at 10 on 1010XL.
Maxed out on credit cards, struggling with high interest debt? You could pay it all off in days with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan. Hey, it's Prosser here. Get cash out now without touching your low-rate first mortgage. No appraisals, no waiting, no BS. The Rapid Equity Loan Program at Loan Pronto is amazing. One Loan Pronto client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. They paid off debt, renovated their kitchen, and cut their monthly expenses by $1,800. That's a huge turnaround. Instant approvals, low rates, no hard credit pull up front. That's Loan Pronto. Listen, your home equity is yours. Use it. Get cash to consolidate your debt down to one easy, low monthly payment. Call Loan Pronto now for a free instant appraisal for your home and see how much cash you can get today. Loan Pronto is an A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and have nearly 2,500 5-star Google reviews. Call now and start the conversation. Go to loanpronto.com or call 999-1508. That's loanpronto.com.
Oh, no. No.
You okay in there?
Toilet's backed up. It won't flush.
Okay, I'll call the pros.
The tank isn't filling. The handle does nothing. Run for your life.
Don't be so dramatic. Duck Rooter will fix it.
For any plumbing issue, call Duck Rooter, your local plumbing professionals and proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. DuckDuckRooter.com.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769.
Take a radio boat ride with Captain Cabin on the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show. Wheeled in by the Pest Pros at Royal Pest Services and Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
Love is in the air. Beards, Diamonds. Listen up, couples. Got you a great offer. Hicken here. For a limited time, buy one, get one free on all wedding bands. That's right. When you buy his wedding band, get hers free. Buy hers, get his free. Save up to $10,000, man. Are you about to get married? Been married for years, thinking it's time for an upgrade? Don't miss the deal of the year on the ultimate symbol of love. Beards has hundreds of bands, top designers, white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, titanium, platinum, plain bands, channel set bands. You get the idea. Nobody has a bigger or better selection of wedding bands than Beards. So get to Beards now. Find the wedding band that reflects your style and your personality. Buy one, get the second one free. The big box corporate jewelry stores can't or won't do this, but Beards can. And it's happening through June 23rd. Buy one wedding band, get the second one free. Don't miss this opportunity to celebrate your eternal love with the eternal symbol. For a limited time, buy one, get one free on all wedding bands. That's right. When you buy his wedding band, get hers free. Buy hers, get his free. Shop local. Beards Diamonds at the St. John's Town
PRP
Center.
treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
It's a battle of football champions as your Sharks take on the Arizona Rattlers. Don't miss any of the action this Saturday, June 7th. Discover the thrill of indoor football. It's fast-paced, action-packed, and full of family fun. Try the new Family 4-Pack. 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Al's Pizza gift card for only $100. Get tickets at jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. 904-621-0700.
It's a battle of football champions as your Sharks take on the Arizona Rattlers. Don't miss any of the action this Saturday, June 7th. Discover the thrill of indoor football. It's fast-paced, action-packed, and full of family fun. Try our Family Fun Pack. 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Al's Pizza gift card for only $100. For tickets, go to jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. That's 904-621-0700.
Go Sharks!
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Back on a Beach Rose Plumbing Wednesday, the PGA Tour moves to the Canadian Open. Ever much luck up there, Matty Every? The Canadian?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Different courses
they move
every
it
year.
around.
Yeah.
What's the name of the one? Was it Wentworth?
Glen Abbey.
Glen Abbey is where they play it most of the time.
main one.
Is that the one where Tiger hit that famous
Yes.
shot?
Yeah. And it's a shame they went away
Yeah,
from
I
there,
would-
man. That place was killer.
Yeah, why would they do it? Just to grow the game, quote unquote? Or?
Just that the Ontario, that whole little area there around Toronto, it's one of the more well-attended events of the year. I don't know. I think they wanted to turn Glen Abbey into like apartments or something like that. The land,
Great.
Yeah. But
Rory's always played well at the Canadian. I don't know which courses because, as you
Yeah.
said, they move around now, so you can't really kind of courses for horses or anything.
You spent much time in Canada?
I've not. I've never like been as an adult. I think I've crossed the border as a kid. We went to Niagara Falls and did like I remember having like Canadian coins when I was a little kid. So.
I mean, you're not far from where the Canadian Open is, crossing the border in Niagara Falls. It's probably like
this one,
an hour. Well, just in general, all of them.
Yeah,
I mean, they usually stay in Ontario, like Toronto-ish area.
Yeah.
They don't
way
really
out
go
west.
West Coast.
I
no.
bet you there's some beautiful
There are.
coastal golf out west.
Well,
That's probably a mistake that they don't go out
like
there.
Vancouver area. Yeah,
Some of that Chambers Bay kind of look of what they did on the East Coast.
Yeah. Yeah, there is some great golf out there, but I think just like as far as crowds, they get bigger crowds on the east side.
It was cool when I always want to put is it Nick Taylor? I always want to put the wrong
Nick
name
Taylor.
on this kid, when he won up there as a Canadian. Was he the first
Couple years ago.
Canadian or the first in a long time?
Yeah.
One of the two.
Yeah.
Now Rory will play this week, and overall it's a pretty good field, but no Scotty. Where is it smart for these guys to take weeks off before majors?
Scotty just played 4 weeks in a row.
Did he? I didn't even notice,
Yeah.
but yeah, I guess you're right. So these are the plans all along, Matty. How much do they change over? Like when you sit down, full schedule in your prime, you pretty much
You know
what you want to do all year, but that can change,
if
right?
you can make your schedule, yeah. I mean, you can, like, if you're good enough to where I pick the tournaments I play in, like I'm in on the majors, like, yes. Yeah, you're picking your weeks off. Scotty just went 4 in a row, but 2 of them were in the Dallas area. So, like, he's sleeping in his own bed for 2 of those
He won
weeks.
3 of the 4, didn't he, now that I sit here?
Yeah, he did. The only one he didn't win was Colonial.
Yeah.
He won the Byron.
In record-setting fashion.
PGA. And how funny is it, too, like, after Roy wins the Masters, we had basically given him the player of the year.
I didn't do it. You can vouch for me. I said earlier in the year, I said, you mark my words, by the middle of the summer, Scotty Scheffler will be the story in golf.
Yeah.
I said that like back he's too good.
So Rory is back this week. It's a new golf course up there. TPC Toronto, I think.
I think the hope for the tour is it settles at this club for like most of the time.
Yeah,
that's where the Canadian Open will be moving for. But I don't know if that's absolutely determined. It will be fascinatingly good for golf if Rory won this week.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to win.
I don't either. He doesn't. What is going on with him?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
I mean,
something feels off.
Because here's usually when a guy goes like this, it's because things have gone terrible and he just needs to get away. The guy was riding high.
I have my ideas.
Yeah, I know. You keep yourself. I'll get the dirt in the break, and then I'll kind of drop them in casually, Googans, as we go through the summer. Why you can't trust your sources. All right, so I want to ask you this question then, because I think it's an important one.
Okay, so since you haven't been to Canada, you've never tried poutine before, have you?
I have. I've had it up north.
Oh.
Yeah, like Wisconsin and those places.
The Bearded Pig here has like barbecue poutine.
Yeah, do they? Yeah, there's a couple places have it around town. Once
Really
you've had it, you some poutine and a spotted cow. I've done that before up there in Wisconsin. Spotted cow's a drink, a beer. You're not much of a beer drinker, are you?
No.
So I want to ask you about this, the psychology of this, because again, it just against the nature. Like, let's say that every day I went out and I raced ET.
Yeah.
And
he just beat you.
And it
day.
doesn't matter. ET could could be sore that day, or maybe ET didn't sleep last night. If ET has his C+ game, I can feel great.
Yeah.
I can be limber, nothing hurt, and I can sprint my heart out. But by the time we get to the end of 40, he's 5 yards ahead of me no matter what.
Yeah.
Eventually, you know what I'm never going to do again? I'm never going to sprint ET. This is a fruitless endeavor. And now I know that golf's a lot more intricate and so many more variables, so you can never feel that far behind. It's not as simple as
it's not like the fast,
bench pressing,
exactly.
right?
The strongest or the fastest
I get that,
is always going to win.
There are certain athletes, Matt, that you get to a point though, like you played in countless tournaments that Tiger Woods was in. When Tiger had a lead, when you saw that, Tiger's playing this, that, or even if he was just in the field and made the cut.
Well, okay, a couple of things. First off, most of the guys out there that are real contenders to win golf tournaments, they're all there for a reason. They believe in themselves. Okay, this is big time belief. Now, Tiger, I never got in a tournament where it was like me versus Tiger, but just being around Tiger, there was an intimidation factor. Just his presence. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
There's nothing intimidating about Jordan Spieth. There's nothing intimidating about Justin Thomas. There's nothing intimidating about Scotty Scheffler to me. No. Not one bit.
Yeah.
Not
Rory,
not
that
one,
big drive.
Not really. No, but as far
still,
as like humans, presence.
Yeah.
Presence.
Yeah,
yes.
like the baddest day just walked in the room.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. And even when I was playing my best golf, like I would go to bed at night saying to myself, look, if Dustin's playing his best, he's probably better than me, like genetically.
Yeah.
But there was only like 4 or 5 guys I would say that.
Sure.
Like as crazy as this sounds, like I would not like Spieth. Like I would have a hard time saying, okay, like that guy's better than me. I can't.
Sound crazy.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
doesn't sound crazy.
Just if you look at him, he doesn't look like like this guy's going to kick the crap out of me every day.
Yeah.
Yes, he looks beatable.
Yeah, and Scheffler will.
Tiger is the only one that to me that is like, man, this is just it feels different. He's his presence.
Okay,
makes everything different.
Let's get past the presence part. Let's get to playing golf
okay.
now.
So like Ben Griffin. So like I'm going to be Ben Griffin.
Okay, Ben
on
Griffin.
Sunday,
and you started
and
around
one back of Scotty
when
right?
it started, and you had the lead the day before.
Fine. Okay.
Okay, but you're one back. You're Ben Griffin. By the way, you won last week.
Yes, exactly.
So you're playing as good a golf as you ever had.
I'm playing. I got 2 wins on the tour already this year. I'm free.
Well, it's a team win. I'm gonna give you half, but go ahead.
Fair enough. I'll take it.
Okay.
And I'm freewheeling heading into the next day. It's I get to go showcase my game.
And you're thinking about that. You're in the final pairing with Scheffler.
Absolutely. I know.
Golf world attention.
I know we're the only show in town tomorrow. Yeah, the NBA Finals isn't on, whatever. Like golf is the final round of Memorial is probably the main event. Sporting event on TV, and I get to be that guy playing against Scotty Scheffler. There's no way Ben Griffin lost sleep.
He was confident.
Yes. There's no way he lost sleep, and there's also no way he stepped on that first tee and thought, man, Scotty's just going to boat race me today. Yeah. I mean, he did. He ended up winning by 4, but I don't think those thoughts creep into the players' minds out there.
And now, what if you took Scheffler off and you put Tiger in that spot? Would he have thought the same?
Different story.
Yeah, different story, right?
Different story.
Even though now other players' mentality. Now, there's two topics here.
Scotty is being the elite. Like I know I've said this on here before, but I always think if you are the most, if you've been touched by God, like talent-wise, and you've made it to the top of your sport, and you're the elite of the elite, something is usually wrong with you, and you've made it work for you, whatever it is.
And he's too normal
and
for that
he
to
is
be
the
the case.
most normal guy, the most elite normal human ever.
Maybe you can get away with being more normal in golf.
Think about
and
it.
I know that
Think about
Tiger's
it.
not
Think about
rich,
it.
but
Tiger-
Jack was pretty normal. Jack's pretty normal family guy. Not some of his contemporaries.
I'm not
had a
talking
girl
about,
in every port.
Yeah, exactly.
But not Jack. Not to my
But
knowledge.
think about it, Tiger, Phil. I mean, these are guys that are wired.
Yeah, for sure.
Different.
Yeah, it's called narcissism.
Sure.
You have to, at an elite level of athleticism, the belief in yourself supersedes, normalism. I think there's two stories here. I don't give a damn what Ben Griffin thought.
Mm-hmm.
Scotty Scheffler was going to choke him out with the near same frequency and fraction that Tiger Woods have, and he's the closest to you're as screwed as you were when you played Tiger as any other golfer I can remember between then. That point I will stand by, and
I think this is what
if
okay.
he's
This
playing
is
his
the
best,
difference. This is the
they're not
difference.
beating him.
On the first tee, Tiger wins against Ben Griffin. Okay,
All right.
on about the 8th hole, Scotty wins by death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah, and
okay, that's how Scotty wins. But you're not conceding on the first tee.
I'm not talking about dominating your soul. I don't care. I'm talking about at the end of the golf tournament, based on how good the golfers are. There was Tiger, and Scotty is next. I don't care if he's intimidating you.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to. He's missing here, and you're missing there, and he's going to win in 18 holes. You're not going to beat him.
I agree.
Yeah.
But you asked me about the intimidation.
I did. I tried to translate it. I tried to transition.
You tried
out
to
of
spin
there.
it to your.
No, I wasn't looking for an advantage.
I get it.
I was looking for another angle. We're going to get slaps will fly in the break. We're going to come back with a football fix. You're listening to The Drill on a Beach Rose Plumbing Wednesday.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
I'm Mo Williams, former offensive lineman from the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm Pete Mitchell, and you're listening to 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Let's start with some cold, hard truth. Here's why Awaken 180 weight loss is your road to freedom. It's fast, it's easy, it's safe. You're not shooting chemicals into your body every week. You're eating real food every single day. You're not listening to an overpriced celebrity tell you about magical new food or asking you to count points or calories. You're just eating food and losing weight. It's that simple with Awaken 180 weight loss. You know what else you're doing while losing weight with Awaken 180? Eliminating pain, fitting into clothes you haven't worn in years, sleeping through the night and waking up refreshed and energized and happy. I lost 40 pounds in 9 weeks on Awaken 180, and Hacker lost more than 110 over the course of a year. It's a life-changing road to freedom. Doesn't matter what your goal weight is, Awaken 180 weight loss will get you there quickly and safely, a clear path to success without disappointment. Awaken 180. Give them a call, 844-346-1800, or go online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Guys, your lawn's the home field. Now you can champion your St. Augustine grass. TopDressing.com just hit Jacksonville with a game-changing patented process. Aerate and transform your turf into a fairway-worthy masterpiece. Less water, shorter cuts, and the envy of every neighbor. No one else delivers a perfect 10 lawn like this. Visit TopDressing.com and dominate your block with the same process that golf courses use. Top dress your lawn like the pros with TopDressing.com.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Boots, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
Hey, Jacksonville, Hicken here with a game changer. Look, I've tested the field, and I got a winner. It's Checkmate Coatings. And Checkmate Coatings, keyword there is coatings. That's my new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. Better play, better results. And they'll coat anything, right? They can coat your garage. Start there, man. You change your garage, it is a game changer. Like I said, it is a game changer. They will coat your patio, your pool deck, your driveway, whatever you want, they can do. And Brendan's the owner. He's an awesome guy, man. Brendan's local dude, understands floor coatings, understands the chemistry of it, can sit there and talk with you. He's got Jacksonville crews keeping prices low with no massive overhead. So here's what I tell you. Just check them out. Slam dunk your floors at checkmatecoatings.com. Checkmatecoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings. It's your floor's missing piece.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it work. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
Jacksonville, you know a good defense wins games, and a good fence protects your home. Frank Frangie here. Coil Fencing has been around the block since 1927. Literally, they've probably fenced it too. From tough chain link to sleek aluminum fences your HOA will love, Coil is the name to trust. Nearly a century strong and still standing tall. Call Coil today. You can trust them. Call 904-356-4821 or visit coiljacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com.
Listen to whatever you like, whenever you want.
I like this.
1010XL on demand. Ad-free shows after the live shows end. Channeled by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Search where you find podcasts.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
We've all seen great overtime games and thrilling finishes, but when it comes to having a big time, knowing when to say when is key. Budweiser reminds you to win the day and night by designating a driver. That's a victory every time.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we are motoring along here on a Beach Rose Plumbing Wednesday. Appreciate Matt every pitch hitting. Dan Hicken on location. That location is Dodger Stadium. Where, ooh, what a frustrating heartbreather that must have been.
He's
at the game.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're doing a baseball trip. That's why I was talking about the game last night. He was at that Dodgers-Mets game. He'll be at it again today. And then on to Denver, local legal. I said it.
Who's he at?
He's with a buddy. They go on baseball trips
awesome.
every summer. They go to two parks.
Dan's living
every
the life
summer.
right now.
That's what he does, man. I know, he's lived the life last night to a Freddie Freeman walk-off double. Dodgers win. Dodgers win. All right, the Football Fix is brought to you by the Jacksonville Sharks. Stick around. We got tickets coming your way at the end of the segment. And by the home course, the Jointed Creek Golf Club. Tee it high, let it fly. Best value in golf. The Jointed Creek Golf Club. I have to get you out there, slum it around my place. Take my half shot a hole, and let's go. That was a great way to do it, by the way. I've now introduced that to...
no ties.
We have a game with a buddy of ours that gets about 9.
Yeah.
And so instead of now giving him the top 9, we give him a half on every hole. And like you said, no
ties.
No ties. It was beautiful. Anyway, I digress. CJ Stroud got some shoulder issues, not throwing at camp out there with Houston.
Hate to see it.
Good. CJ Stroud's overrated. I mean, he's good, but ain't nothing to fear. It's not like you're going to go into a Texas game, just fearing that C.J. Stroud's going to beat you.
Well, they crowned him after
They
that.
did. They crowned him quick. They crowned Trevor after year 2. He was top 5.
Did they?
Yes. I'll go before the 2022 season.
Yeah, I kind of remember that.
Yes, he finished.
He's falling in between 5 and 10.
Dude, that won that last year. He had 4,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, 8 picks.
Yeah.
He had a terrific year. Better than, anyway. That's here nor there. I have in front of me, speaking of quarterbacks, ranking the top 15 new quarterback receiver duos this year.
Ooh.
In other words, either the quarterback's new to the team or they have a new receiver. We're going to fall into this list. We have to, right? Trevor and Travis.
Have to.
So here they are, gang. I'm sure, as usual, will be downsized and minimized. And
You haven't seen this list yet.
No, I've not gone through it.
Okay.
Here we go. We'll discover.
We got to be number 1.
I would hope. Tyler Shuck and Chris Olave. Congratulations, Chris Olave. Here's your downgraded quarterback.
Is that guy for sure starting?
I don't know. It's a rookie out of Louisville who Derek Carr is retired.
Him or Rattler, right?
Yeah, Rattler stinks. So Jake Hayner, terrible. This is just how to stay bad.
There's such a market for quarterbacks.
How do you, with a quarterback need, go Tyler Shuck? Well, ask the Jack. We've done that kind of thing around here. It's not going to get better very quick for New Orleans. All right, next. Mason Rudolph and DK Metcalf.
Jeez.
They're actually both new to Pittsburgh, I guess, with Rudolph coming back from Tennessee.
That's not Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf?
Well, that'd be a little bit better. That shoots up the list, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To your point, I'm just sick of Aaron Rodgers, but if you're somebody and you need a quarterback, he would immediately be at least top 15. Right? Give you a chance to win.
Band-Aid for a year, but that didn't really work. They tried that in New York.
But if you're New Orleans, I don't care. It's still, they probably won more than if they'd gone with,
Tyler.
Right, whoever. Number 13. This isn't good if you're the Raiders. Geno Smith, Jacoby Myers. You would need that to be a little higher.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you? Yeah. Or are you just putting a ceiling on Jacoby Myers? You can't only put him so. He's actually pretty productive, Myers. All right, number 12. Cam Ward, now paired with Calvin Ridley. Ridley last year gained 64 catches, 1,017 yards, 4 receptions.
That does nothing.
Yeah, nothing for me. Me too. 11, Drake May, Stephon Diggs. That's if Diggs makes it off the boat, out of the twerk, the whole deal.
Also does nothing for me.
Number 10, Justin Fields, Garrett Wilson. Justin Fields, this is right. This is it for Justin.
I want Justin Fields to be successful.
I'm okay with
for
that
some
too.
reason.
I think better,
I just appreciate him, the way he's kind of handled all this.
I think there's implications about Fields that aren't right. I don't know why he's not succeeding exactly. It probably has to do with vision and processing
or
of plays.
Getting drafted to Chicago.
That didn't help. But he got a year in Pittsburgh where they desperately needed a quarterback. And again, Pittsburgh isn't exactly avant-garde when it comes to pass offense. But the thing about Fields that people think that isn't true, he's a very accurate passer.
You think
he's not inaccurate?
If you were a quarterback, I think if I was a quarterback or a kicker, the last place I'd want to go, Chicago.
Yeah, the quarterbacks have never had success there.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 15 to 10. Mm-hmm. Number 9, Trevor Lawrence, Travis Hunter.
No way. How are we right? That's
well, we're gonna have to get.
Let's see who's out of this.
Here, first, what they write about our new duo. Who isn't excited to see Travis Hunter? Jacksonville pushed its chips in the middle of the pile, acquired the Heisman Trophy winner, a blockbuster trade. The question will be whether or not Hunter, who played both ways at Colorado, will be able to do so in the NFL. Also a question whether he'll be a primary wide receiver and moonlight as corner or vice versa. Well, we have that answer here, dimwit. Regardless, we're going to see Hunter line up at receiver in some capacity, which means he's the latest weapon for Trevor Lawrence. During the pre-draft process, he's drawn comparisons to Justin Jefferson. Well, then how can he be? All right, here we go. This is who they say is better. This is a joke. Jordan Love and Matthew Golden. That's a joke that's a more impact than Travis and Trevor. That's ridiculous. Number 7, Russell Wilson with Malik Neighbors. Also a joke.
I think Neighbors is pretty nice.
Yeah, Neighbors is nice, but Russell Wilson isn't.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, DeAndre Hopkins.
No.
Hopkins still have games?
Tired.
Nuke still bringing enough game to be 6 on this list?
What was Hopkins on? What was Hopkins with the Chiefs last? Their 5 guy?
He caught 56 balls last year.
I saw something with Nuke where he was top 2 in the 40-yard dash or the 50-yard dash. Yeah.
Wow.
It was crazy.
That's surprising. J.J. McCarthy and Justin Jefferson are 5. Sam Darnold and Jackson Smith and Jigbo.
Where are you at with J.J. McCarthy?
I have no idea. I was not big on J.J. McCarthy coming out.
I wasn't either.
So I would be concerned. I do trust explicitly the Vikings head coach after what he was able to do with Darnold last year, after letting Kirk Cousins go, and they didn't retreat at all. I'll trust their vision.
Mm-hmm.
ET, it's time to get our T-shirt out. What does it say on the front?
This list sucks.
Sam Darnold, Jackson Smith, and Jigba for what? Jaden Daniels, Deebo Samuel. Dak Prescott, George Pickens. Matthew Stafford, Devontae Adams. There you go. There's the list. All right, more. This list sucks.
We should have been 4 or 5.
The Steelers renewing talks apparently with the Finns over tight end Jonnu Smith. Listen, if the Steelers looking for a tight end and they're kicking tires on those available, maybe look Kyle Pitts' direction. Yeah. That might be a good fit. The Seahawks are scoffing at notions that Sam Darnold won't start there. Leave it to OTA media to say the most ridiculous things. Yeah, OTA media is a very, very hyperbolic, over-the-top, overreactionary media. OTA media is the worst of all my brethren. Whenever we perform worse, it's in OTAs.
Is it because you just haven't had anything to talk about for a little bit?
You read way too much into every little thing. One player gets this play or gets put in this spot, and so overhyped OTA.
One guy loses 15 pounds, and he's going to be a Pro Bowler
whatever
the next
it
year.
is. Yeah. If you are covering the Seattle Seahawks, and the Seahawks got rid of Geno Smith, they picked up Sam Darnold, and you go to 3 OTAs and you make the claim that Sam Darnold won't be the starter, you're a moron. You're a part of the OTA media problem. And again, they're my brethren, been there, done that. You get hyped and excited. But the least trustable news that you'll get, and not by any malfeasance, it's just the nature of where we're at. Nothing's in the playbook. No pads are on. No schemes are being run. No jobs are on the line. These are practice, button up some certain areas situations. We lost an NFL all-timer yesterday. You guys are probably too young to know. You may have, in the research, you've done it. Do you know what Jim Marshall's nickname was? E.T. Jim Marshall, by the way, was an NFL Iron Man. He played in 282 straight games for the Minnesota Vikings. He was a part of their defensive line in the 70s that went to 4 Super Bowls. He was part of the Purple People Eaters. Huh?
Yeah,
how was that?
I remember
Alan Page, Jim Marshall, just a really, really good defensive line, but he had a very unique nickname.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Well, I don't know if it was his nickname, but he was known for it. There was another guy who literally took the wrong way. I think it was Roy Riggles of Georgia Tech took the wrong way Riggles, but he was also Jim Wrong Way Marshall. He gained a permanent place in NFL films lore in 1964. He returned a fumble the wrong way in a game against the 49ers, celebrating what he thought was a touchdown, but instead was a safety. His career accomplishments were far better than that gaffe. He's the NFL career record holder for opponent fumbles with 29. Vikings captain for 14 years. He was in 4 Super Bowls, part of the Purple People Eaters. Is he not in the Hall of Fame? I would have thought that Jim
should be in the Hall just for that play.
Well, he should be in the Hall for what he did on a defensive line that was among the best in the NFL. Sacks, Pro Football Reference puts him with 130 and a half. That'd be number 22 all time. Alan Page, by the way, and Carl Eller are Hall of Famers who were on that Purple People Eaters line. But yeah, what I remember Jim Marshall for. And look, I wasn't born until 1967. That's how big a play this was. It happened in 1964, but I remember old Jim Marshall running the wrong way. Georgia Tech had a player in the Rose Bowl way back in the 30s or 40s. His name was Roy Riegels. His name was Roy Wrong Way Riegels. And he did the same thing in the Rose Bowl. He returned one like 80 yards the wrong way. I never understood how you could get that turned around. Sometimes you see it in basketball at the jump ball.
Guys don't have nicknames like that anymore.
Yeah, I know, right? Those are fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, you used to see that sometimes in basketball. They take the jump ball, they go the wrong way off the tip, lay it in the wrong basket.
No, I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't
Okay.
I don't know what that was.
That's the Ollie Ollie in free. We'll go to break. Come back in the 9 o'clock hour. It's a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. That's a football fix. We have is it a family 4-pack of Sharks tickets, see?
Family 4-pack of them
All
things.
right. Come kind, come courteous, and ET will hook you up. And we'll be back for the boys here. Maddie's all aboard the 9 o'clock nasty. It's
the nasty.
Part of his makeup. It's part of E's makeup. I'll ride along.
Let's go.
Return. Next.
Our coordinates here are, our coordinates here are
10. XL.
AA Automotive helps keep your vehicle in dependable and safe condition. Call Sam, Harry, or Joe, and they'll check your brakes, tires, fluids, electric, and motor, so your ride runs smooth on the road. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street.
Hey, Hickett here for my friends at ITP Partners. We're facing interesting economic times, right? Dow goes up, Dow goes down, Dow goes up, Dow goes down. Tariffs, I can't make sense of it, but my guys at ITP Partners can. Jacksonville folks taking care of my Jacksonville money, and that is a comforting thing. It's the experience, it's the expertise, it's the knowledge, and it's the openness of Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Janice Cobb, and Reed Wingate. They're always there for me, right? Always there for me. And listen, 3 generations of Hickens have invested at ITP Partners, and they listen, and they give us each individualized strategies where our goals become their priority. It's a great time to get in the game. ITP Partners are always there to help. Chris at ITPPartners.com. Easy to get a hold of, or call 312-9751, 312-9751. They're ITP Partners. They're my financial partners for life.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do, and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Hey, gang. Hickett here for my friends at Zero Res. The cleaning freaks, good time, right? We got graduation parties. I went to a couple this weekend. Summer barbecues, festivities, family gatherings. Man, we need Zero Res. Cleaning freaks will make that house look better, feel better, smell better. They darn sure will. And by the way, Zero Res, if you don't believe me, 4.9 rating on Google with over 8,000 reviews. Big summer savings for you guys. 3 rooms of carpet clean right now starting at $129. 3 rooms, carpet clean, starting at $129, and take 20% off air duct cleaning. All you got to do, visit ZeroResJacksonville.com or call them, 287-5727, and ask for the 1010XL special. It's Zero Res, man. You spell it forwards, it's Zero Res. You spell it backwards, it spells the same. Zero Res!
It's the event everyone waits for. Now at Beard's Diamonds. Buy one, get one free on all wedding bands. Now for a limited time, when you buy his wedding band, get hers free. Buy hers, get his free. Save up to $10,000. Are you about to get married or been married for years thinking it's time for an upgrade? There's nothing that symbolizes your love more than the wedding band. Beards has hundreds and hundreds of bands from top designers in white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, titanium, platinum, plain bands, channel set bands, pave set, eternity bands. And for men, masculine bands. Wide, modern, with and without diamonds, hammered, brushed, engraved, lots of colors. Come to Beards now and find the wedding band that reflects your style and your personality. Buy one, get the second one free. The big box corporate jewelry stores can't or won't do this, but Beards can. And it's happening now through June 23rd. Buy one wedding band, get the second one free. Don't miss this opportunity to celebrate your eternal love with the eternal symbol. Beards Diamonds at St. John's Town Center.
The calls have been pouring in.
It's the strongest phone connection on the First Coast. The Checkmate Coatings phone line covers you with expert interviews from around the country and your opinions and comments from here at home. All day, every day on 1010XL.
Your yard starting to look a little like a jungle? Well, it might be time for a little TLC. Or how about RTC, Russell Tree Care? At Russell Tree Care, they give your trees the perfect haircut. Whether it's trimming or removing, they'll make sure your yard looks its best, all while keeping safety as a top priority. Call Russell Tree Care today and let them take care of your trees. Russell Tree Care, 844-4Mr. Wood. That's 844-467-9663. Or visit RussellTreeCareLLC.com today. Your trees will thank you.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Elbow pain, whether acute or chronic, can make it difficult to do normal activities like playing sports, doing household chores, or even sleeping comfortably. Dr. George Barr here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. We've all heard of tennis and golfer's elbow, but there's plenty more that can cause pain, like osteoarthritis, muscle tears, and nerve entrapment. All are treatable at Barr Orthopedics. Getting you back to full health is our mission, and there's a number of different treatment options we can offer. Call us today or visit barrorthopedics.com.
Hey, May is Skin Cancer and Melanoma Awareness Month. Hicken here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology. They want you to be aware of that, but they want you to live that every single day. In other words, they want you to protect your skin from the sun. The oven's on here in Jacksonville, Florida, man. You're outside for a lengthy period of time. Man, you got to put that hat on. Cover those ears up. Long sleeve dry fit, sunscreen, whatever it takes. Take care of your skin, and that's what the folks at Beaches Dermatology, Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery, they'll help you do just that. I've been going there for decades, man. I couldn't speak any more highly of a group of doctors. They take great care of me. They check out my skin. If I see something, I ask them. And listen, if you see something, go get it checked out. There's lots of locations to serve you. Best bet, go to beachesdermatology.com. That's right, go online. Find the location best to serve you. Make your appointment. You'll be glad you did. beachesdermatology.com.
This is Greg McGarity, President and CEO of the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. I'm here to share that the Gator Bowl is actually a year-round organization. We're known for the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl football game, which has been a Jacksonville staple for more than 80 years. Off the football field, the Gator Bowl is also host to the annual Florida State baseball game, a champion of local youth through Gator Bowl charities, and a strong networking organization of local individuals and companies through our membership. We're actually looking to grow membership, which is an affordable, fun way for you to get involved and give back to our community. To learn more, visit GatorBowl.com for more information.
Mark your calendars. Chicken Salad Chick opens June 10th in Ortega Park on Roosevelt Boulevard. Be one of the first 100 in line on grand opening day and receive free chicken salad for a year. More details on Chicken Salad Chick Ortega Park Facebook page. See you there.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. By now, everyone has heard about saving money on their energy bills. There are all sorts of things you can do to cut energy costs, but most people don't think about their windows.
But Window World knows that the biggest energy loss in almost every home is the windows. There is more energy loss from old builder-grade windows than just about anything else in your home.
You can upgrade your heating and air, your appliances. That's good too. But before you do all that, upgrade your windows to Window World's energy-efficient windows.
Window World's windows are easy to clean, energy efficient, and have the best guarantee in the business.
Window World's slogan is simply the best for less, and we mean it. You get great American-made windows, and you get to keep more of your money when you buy from Window World. Need any more reasons to buy your windows from Window World? Call them today and set up your free in-home estimate, or go online to windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less.
Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Southern Oak Insurance. Jaguar head coach Liam Cohen made it clear from the start the offense would run through second-year receiver Brian Thomas Jr. Now, after working with him up close, Cohen has doubled down.
The ability for a big dude like him to be able to operate in the slot, run some of the choice and option routes, he's been a real pleasure to work with so far.
Jacksonville's new USL Super League team, Sporting Club Jacksonville, has signed 3 players, defender Zara Sayusi and midfielders Carolyn McMurray and Parker Roberts as they gear up for their debut season. The Jaguars will open a one minicamp day to fans on June 11th at the Miller Electric Center. Free tickets are available, but they tend to go fast. Practice runs from 8:50 to 10:50 a.m. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 9:04 and it's 74 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I'm fed, feeling X-rated. It's Mr. Nasty time. Oh, Mr. Nasty time. Mr. Nasty time.
It's time. Now, it's time for the 9 o'clock nasty on the drill.
We're wasting time.
Here are Jeff Prosser, Dan Hicken, and E.T.
Shouldn't the show be 6 to 10 p.m. if we are billboarding the 9 o'clock nasty.
Oh, man, that show will be off the chain.
Is this what Jacksonville needs? A 9 a.m. nasty? Apparently they do. The people have spoken, and we respond day after day after day of just pure unadulterated apparent nastiness here. And it's a Beach Roast Polling Wednesday. Sorry.
Can we pause the
Sorry,
nasty
Stevie.
for a second? I got a pop quiz.
Oh my gosh, look at my guy.
I got
man.
a pop quiz, E.
Gotta get him back in here. Tomorrow it'll be Matt and E. I'm gonna take a day off.
Ooh, that might be rough.
No, y'all do good.
All right. E, you ready, bud?
Let's run it.
Because I know Jeff's going to need
The finals
I know
start
Jeff's going
tomorrow.
to need your help here.
He wasn't alive.
Yeah, but he's a fan. All right. The last time the Indiana Pacers were in the NBA Finals, the year.
Okay.
It was 2000. I nailed the year. I thought I
2000.
should have got some points for that. He said, nah, that doesn't matter.
Can you name me their starting five?
Yeah, that's a hard one.
In the year 2000?
Yeah. Let me go. I'm going to give you three off the bat. I think.
Go ahead.
Is three good?
Yeah, three would be good.
Rick Smits was the starting center. Reggie Miller was on that team. And I think Mark Jackson's the point guard.
Yeah.
All right.
Missing two.
So, who you gave us Rick Smith?
Okay, I got another one. It's
Davis, one of the Davis boys.
Yes, that's right. Dale Davis. Dale Davis. I was going to get him.
Yeah, dude, you're almost there.
That's where I was going.
And then Jalen Rose.
Yep. Wow. That was way too easy.
That's how we do, E.
Stop playing.
Good job, man. Good job. I thought maybe. I guess you're almost 20 then. You were into that finals, huh?
Yeah, I was into it.
Yeah, Jalen Rose is a good pull. I don't know if I'd have got Jalen.
Dale Davis is where you were.
I would have got Dale Davis.
Yeah,
That's
me
the guy
too.
I was starting to describe when he said it. I would have gotten Dale Davis. I knew they had that forward. I was thinking SEC, ACC. I would have gotten him. But Jalen Rose was a tad bit forgettable. Well, good for them. That way overmatched, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Shaq and the Lakers, right?
Yeah,
That's one of Shaq's titles. Shaq and Kobe's titles. Yeah, 2000.
Yeah, that's definitely
sure.
Lakers.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the nasty stuff. What do we got?
Well, just hold on. I mean, you're unbelievable. You have internet, right?
Yes, I do.
Let's game one. First of all, by the way, shout out. I'm not a big hockey guy. We're not a big hockey show. I know a lot of hockey fans out there. I'm not anti-hockey. I don't know enough about it to lead you anywhere. I can give you some of the particulars. Like game one of the Stanley Cup Finals starts tonight. I think it's the third straight year that the Florida Panthers have been in it. And they have become quite the hockey franchise. State of Florida, man. I mean, for all of our love of football, the Dolphins, Bucks, and Jags would love to have the success of the Lightning and Panthers of the last few years. Have each won titles, multiple titles, I believe, or at least Florida will be going for it against Edmonton. Edmonton, a brand that you probably know or remember from Wayne Gretzky's days forever. That's the most famous part of the Edmonton Oilers. But they meet for the second straight year, and if it's anything like last year, the Panthers built a 3-0 series lead, and then Edmonton won 3 in a row, and then they went to a Game 7 that the Florida Panthers won. The NBA Finals will get going tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, so a couple of things. Degenerate as we do during the 9 o'clock nasty, we were looking at some of the spreads. You love the over. If I had to pick a side, I would take that 9.5. That seems like too many coming out of the gates.
Yeah.
You're scared of it because I will say Oklahoma City.
Things can get out of hand.
They've
with
blown
Oklahoma
out
City.
teams more than other teams have. They've got all three of their clinchers were 30-point wins. It's never happened in NBA history.
Yeah.
And so that potential is there, but I'll tell you another potential is there. Denver went into Oklahoma City and won game one. So if you're going to jump a team, maybe coming off this break and getting them early.
So the degenerate in you is looking at the money line instead of the points. Maybe.
No, I don't trust them winning, but the 9.5 seems too robust. We're in the NBA Finals with a Pacers team that has a good little run here. They beat the Bucks. Let's not forget with Giannis, who was playing good basketball at the end of the year.
I really like Halliburton.
Yeah, he's a good player.
How about that meme where it says Halliburton plays basketball like Steve Urkel in that Family Matters episode?
when that episode, Urkel's going crazy.
It looks identical. Their crossovers look identical. I mean, there's a lot of similarities.
It is.
Is Urkel, the actor Urkel, he's playing in a celebrity game?
Yeah, it's remember the show Family Matters? Yeah, it's in the show.
I never watched it. Yeah.
And like he's in high school and he's like it's a scene, but his mannerisms,
he looks like he can play.
The crossover is exactly the same as Halliburton. The shot, the release is the same.
What's that guy's name? Jaleel something.
Jaleel White.
Jaleel White. Yeah. Well, hopefully Halliburton shows up and not Urkel, but yeah, nonetheless, there's some similarities there. The Knicks fired their head coach yesterday. I mean, you can fall where you want. I was surprised to see Stephen A. Smith anti the firing. You killed the guy all through the playoffs. You're probably part of the reason he's gone.
I think they had someone ready to roll.
You think somebody's coming in today?
But
you know what name is kind of
who?
You ready for this one?
Yes.
Jeff Van Gundy.
Come on.
Oh.
Van Gundy is on a staff. I think
he's on staff?
Houston, he's on a staff right now. I think Jeff Van Gundy's off of the telecast. It's been Stan Van Gundy.
How long has he been off? A couple years.
Off of TNT?
Yeah, or just doing
Oh,
TV.
he has how long since he last coached, or how long since he was on TV?
How long since Jeff Van Gundy's been off of TV?
I think just a year, maybe 2.
Yeah, it can't be more than 2.
No, he was there part of the whole LeBron. Yeah, no, but I think he's on is he on the Warriors staff maybe? Houston staff. He's on a staff somewhere, I thought. But not Houston. He coached Houston, didn't he? You got him anywhere, E, or am I wrong? Am I mistaken on that?
I'm about to tell you in a second.
So anyway, that's a name that I've heard. Would Van Gundy return to MSG? Would they want him to return?
Lead assistant coach for the LA Clippers.
Yeah, for the Clippers. So yeah, he is on staff right now.
Who's throwing that name around? Like where are you?
I saw that name also.
That's just NBA reporting. I'll tell you right now who exactly either tweeted it or listed. This is Sam Quinn on CBS Sport, who's that's a decent name. That's not Chris Trapasso. By the way, shout out Knicks and whoever fired Tom Thibodeau. I'm not sure if he's the one that gave up. Do y'all know or remember what the Knicks gave up for Mikal Bridges?
It's like five
first round picks for that dude. And he was a non-factor, if not a liability at times, especially in the Eastern Conference Finals. 5 first-rounders for Mikal Bridges.
Wait, how does that make 5 first-rounders?
They gave 5 first-rounders to Brooklyn.
Over how many years? Like how many?
I don't know I don't know if they're the next 5 years or 5 of the next 10 or,
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, 5. All right, here are listed candidates, Knicks coaching candidates. Here are 6 names plus a wild card option. These are the names being bandied. Number 1 makes a lot of sense. Mike Malone.
Okay.
Although Michael Malone rubbed his guys wrong, they weren't super disappointed to see him leave in Denver. He's very egomaniacal, but sometimes, again, with greats, you get that. But he comes to mind. Yeah, he's got some ties to the organization. He's a former Knicks assistant. His father, Brendan Malone, had 3 separate tenures as a Knicks assistant. Yeah, this sounds like it's got Mike Malone written all over it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Would you like that if you were a Knicks fan?
No.
You wouldn't. Who would you want?
Someone sexier than that.
All right, up next is not sexy. That'd be Mike Budenholzer.
Yeah, I'm out.
Budenholzer was great. He won a title with Milwaukee. He was great in Atlanta, but it did not go well in Phoenix. Number 3 is Jeff Van Gundy. He resigned in 2001, a decision he has admitted since he regretted. Could the prodigal son return?
Bring him back.
Van Gundy and Thibodeau share some sensibilities. Thibodeau was once an assistant under Van Gundy, after all. Van Gundy was out of coaching 17 years, returned to the bench for the Clippers just last year, and was an unmitigated success. Served as the defensive coordinator for the NBA's third-ranked defense. Number 4, Jay Wright, former Villanova coach.
Oh, nice.
I don't think he would leave. Why?
I don't want that either.
Yeah, why set yourself up for any kind of chipping away at your legacy? You did it at Villanova. You're making money at CBS. But sometimes you just want to compete, right? Dan Hurley. This would make more sense than the Lakers.
I like it.
I love it. This would be nonstop, man. That media would eat him up.
Yeah.
It would drive him crazy. He'll get in a fight with a reporter. There'll be punches thrown. He's a lunatic, dude. He's unhinged, bro. If Dan Hurley has an autobiography written about him as a coach, the name of it should be Unhinged. He is crazy as a cuckoo clock. He is. He cannot control his rage and emotions. And, buddy, you put him on that NBA stage where those players who are
in New York
question him anywhere. Ooh, man.
There is no way Unhinged isn't taken already for the name of an autobiography.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, for sure. But I'm just saying his would nonetheless. I just don't know, man. He just seems like he is always on the verge of a meltdown.
Oh, yeah.
And then number 6, Johnny Bryant. Who's
the wild card?
He's an assistant under Thibodeau.
Todd Golden.
And the bonus wild card. Again, by wild card, this is just something that some dude dreamed up. Hey, what if he did it?
Yeah. Charles Oakley.
Something like that. No, it's a current player.
Oh, really?
Would it be, first of all, we don't know if this player wants to coach, and would he be a aged player coach, or would he just be a coach? But they're saying Chris Paul.
Oh, wow.
Chris Paul got a good brain. I mean, if you're going to throw a wild card, that's not stupid.
No, he definitely has a basketball brain.
Jason Kidd did it, right? And was a successful coach.
If a position, it would be a point guard for sure. And, yeah, he definitely would be a good coach in his future.
They say Paul would hardly be the first player to jump directly from a roster to a coaching staff. Jason Kidd, the most famous example. J.J. Redick spent time as a broadcaster, never an assistant. Steve Kerr was a broadcaster and a GM, and never coached.
Did Jason Kidd win a championship?
No.
Who did he? They lost in the
finals.
Who was he just coaching?
He's with Dallas.
Dallas,
now, right?
yeah, Dallas. Yeah, they lost in the finals last year to Boston. Done a good job though. So the wild card they would say is Chris Paul. I could see Chris Paul being a coach, man. But you want to talk about some coach, referee combat?
Oh yes.
Get Scott Foster in there.
Yeah, Matt Every is dying. Is demanding that ET take us to Nasty Town for what's trending. We'll do that next segment. Before we do, we talked earlier about the movies and TV shows and such to watch as we're kind of in a downtime for the sports world. We've talked about it before, but not everyone has heard. But growing up in Daytona, I'm sure the Daytona 500 means a little different for you than it does.
Mainland High School. We used to park cars at my high.
Mainland is the one right next door.
My NASCAR fandom is way before high school.
Okay.
Great.
Because you grow up there. That's right. That's fair, and that's cool. I like to hear that.
Bill Elliott was my guy.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome Bill from Dawsonville.
Yes. And I remember where I was when Dale died.
Yeah.
I was
on the air.
Going to work.
Or about to be on the air.
Bus tables at Park Seafood.
In Daytona?
Yeah. And
how old are you then?
Up. I was probably like
just pre-college?
16.
Okay.
Yeah, 15 or 16.
And so you follow the races. I mean, not saying you watch it start to finish.
Yeah. At that point in my life, I was probably starting to fade out a little bit.
Yeah.
But
you remember it happening. It must have just Paul overtook the restaurant.
I remember the lady that run the plate. It was the owner's daughter came in. Her name was Jolene, and she was like, Dale died, and she was in tears.
Yeah.
It was a mess. Dude.
I was working at First Coast News, Channel 12, when that happened, and we were like, the race was on another network, so you couldn't show highlights of the race until it was done, but we were doing the news. It's like, as it was happening, it happened, and then we ended up coming back on the air. We did 4 or 5 hours live the day that Dale Earnhardt died. I still get emails sometimes that I'm the person that told them Dale Earnhardt died.
Yeah,
like
Halifax.
they were watching, and it came. We came up on the remote. Oh, sad, terribly tragic news. We'll keep you. But we just did, because we were there for the 500. We had a crew there, and we just did nonstop, wall to wall Dale Earnhardt coverage. But what I was going to tell you, the reason I brought this up is, I got a doc you'll absolutely love. There's a Dale Earnhardt documentary.
I saw it last night.
Did you watch it?
No, I saw
I'm telling you, bro, it is absolutely worth the watch. 1,000% it will pay off. It's the best doc I've ever seen.
Well, Untouchables is taking a back seat because I'm watching that.
It is really, really good, and it hits you in every. You'll give you a little menopause. There's gonna be some emotional. You'll find yourself wiping away.
I got a lot
tear.
of menopause in
Yeah, I do too, especially when it comes to that kind of stuff. And it just takes you from. And there's just so many human dynamics. There's athletic achievement dynamics. There's father-son. There's a professional rivalry.
Yeah.
It hits every single marker. It's incredible, and it's like 4 1-hour episodes. And I tell you what, I think you'll leave with you like me. If you're like me, you will. You'll have you'll have so much. I don't know if respect is the right word. Such a high opinion. And respect for Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yeah.
And I think most of us think of the life of a child of a celebrity as being the easy life, silver spoon, and having everything in front of you. That's an old school. He's an old school dude from an old school time in an old school part of the country. Dale Earnhardt Jr. got roadblocks put in front of him by Dale Sr. rather than openings. I mean, the boy was sent off to military school when he was 10. He never helped him hardly at all. There was one cool part of the doc, and I won't spoil too much, but a lot of the dynamic is about Dale Jr. and the family, in addition to Dale and his and what I love about docs is when I learn something, like I find out something I didn't know. That's rare at this stage of my life and all the coverage that's been out there. But there was one cool thing. So, like, his 3 kids decided they wanted to race, and Earnhardt wasn't helping them. His dad told him, you want to race, go to the junkyard, build a car, and race, while his dad was a successful racer, but he never helped him at all. And all Dale ever wanted from his dad was attention and help. And it's the same thing that his kids always wanted and he didn't ever gave to them until late in his life, tragically right before he died.
Yeah.
But I digress. So the 3 kids do it. He helps them buy an old burnt up car, a whole rundown car. He and Carrie Underwood, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and then the daughter was running the business side, but she also raced. So at one point, the 3 of them were racing.
Carrie Earnhardt, not Underwood, right?
Yeah, Carrie Earnhardt. Yeah, I said Underwood.
Yes.
Carrie Earnhardt, Dale Earnhardt, and then I was thinking about the sister and the sister. So the 3 of them, they only have this one car, and they take turns racing it. Each week, one races it, and they just beat it to hockey sticks. I mean, it just gets wrecked every week, and and finally, one of Dale's good friends, a guy named Hank Parker. Do you know that? He's an outdoorsman. He's a fisherman. Hank Parker Outdoors Show and stuff. He's a good friend of Dale Earnhardt, and he's telling the story. He goes, Dale, he goes, why won't you help those kids? They're out there, busting their ankles. Well, my daddy didn't. Bob, he goes, Dale, you got a garage with 13 brand new cars sitting on it, you're not your daddy. He didn't have this. And then he said, Dale didn't say anything. He said, And he goes, a week later, a trailer and cars for each of the kids showed up. Sometimes in Dale's case, he needed to be pushed and told what to do. He was just so single-minded. Love for him meant you supported, I guess. It just doesn't, and so it's just so good.
Was there a lot of Daytona in that?
A lot of Daytona.
Really?
Oh my God, the history.
A lot of people say, I actually heard this from my buddy Tom Weber. And he lives in town here, but he's from Daytona Beach. He says you're not a true Floridian unless you were born in Halifax Medical Center.
Well, you can go to hell on all that, but
saying.
So all you that were born in Baptist,
Tom Cruise.
Sorry, you're
there,
Georgian. Tom Cruise was born there.
No, but I mean, Days of Thunder, he went there.
Literally, did they use that for the movie?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I hope you're happy. The N word when we return. Nasty. Next.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, Joe C., Matt Hayes, and Leon Searcy, making the middle of your day have something to say.
So, what do you and your friends talk about?
XL Prime Time.
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. 2 to 4 on 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer. Nobody but Nimnick. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnickBuickGMC.com today to learn more or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, Hickett here for my friends at ITP Partners. We're facing interesting economic times, right? Dow goes up, Dow goes down, Dow goes up, Dow goes down. Tariffs, I can't make sense of it, but my guys at ITP Partners can. Jacksonville folks taking care of my Jacksonville money, and that is a comforting thing. It's the experience, it's the expertise, it's the knowledge, and it's the openness of Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Janice Cobb, Reed Wingate. They're always there for me, right? Always there for me. And listen, 3 generations of Hickens have invested at ITP Partners, and they listen, and they give us each individualized strategies where our goals become their priority. It's a great time to get in the game. ITP Partners are always there to help. Chris at ITPPartners.com. Easy to get a hold of, or call 312-9751, 312-9751. They're ITP Partners. They're my financial partners for life.
June is Men's Health Month. Be proactive towards your prostate, ED, low T, even kidney stones with Ackerman Urology. Offices in Mandarin, Middleburg, the Beaches, and World Golf Village. Trust the men's health experts at AckermanUrology.com.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
They were right. It could have waited. I can't believe it happened to me. Reaching to check my phone. Now my family has to hear that I'm never coming home again.
Officer?
I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share with you.
Every day, 9 people on Florida roadways don't make it home. I was one of the people that didn't make it home.
Ride with Do Not Disturb. Every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay,
comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
Hey, May is Skin Cancer and Melanoma Awareness Month. I can hear from my friends at Beaches Dermatology. They want you to be aware of that, but they want you to live that every single day. In other words, they want you to protect your skin from the sun. The oven's on here in Jacksonville, Florida, man. You're outside for a lengthy period of time, and you got to put that hat on, cover those ears up. Long sleeve dry fits, sunscreen, whatever it takes. Take care of your skin, and that's what the folks at Beaches Dermatology, Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery, they'll help you do just that. I've been going there for decades, man. I couldn't speak any more highly of a group of doctors. They take great care of me. They check out my skin. If I see something, I ask them. And listen, if you see something, go get it checked out. There's lots of locations to serve you. Best bet, go to beachesdermatology.com. That's right, go online. Find the location best to serve you. Make your appointment. You'll be glad you did. beachesdermatology.com.
Join me, Max Fink, as I keep a close eye on everything that happens in Gator Nation.
The Gator Report, polished up by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Go, Gators! You tired of high energy bills? Replace those inefficient windows and patio doors now. Don't miss Renewal by Anderson's 30th anniversary sale. Buy one window or patio door and get one 30% off. Financing options are available and this offer expires June 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Feeling the Florida heat? Make sure your car's AC is ready with help from Big Chief Tire. Frank Frangie here. Right now, get $50 off all AC services at any of their 5 Jacksonville locations. Whether it's a quick recharge or a full repair, their expert technicians will keep you cool and comfortable on the road. Visit WeKeepJacksRolling.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your AC service today and take advantage of this limited one-time offer. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we are going to see what's trending here in just a second, but since I have one of... have you ever done this? How many golfers in the history of man... Should I be listening to the CT?
No, that's just some Steve Urkel music.
Oh, Urkel. I wish I had enjoyed Family Matters. It's just a little past. I never got into that one. Never hit my zone either way, either the rerun zone or the live zone.
There was just so many different shows at that time.
What a great time to be alive.
Yeah,
Friday
so many
nights,
sitcoms.
Yeah, those are great.
Family Matters, Home Improvement.
Yeah.
It was the same thing when I was a kid. It was Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley. It's all, and then in the afternoons you'd watch, Brady Bunch, Gilligan's Island, the whole thing. All right, I have a question for you before we trend. I got this here. Let me read this.
Oh, real quick. I know Hickens out of town the rest of the week. I'm gonna come back in Friday, and I got a little tease the other night at baseball practice. My buddies and I, we all listen to this station religiously.
Good for y'all.
It's in our
we
cars.
appreciate that.
92.5 does not leave the.
Y'all hear that?
The
Rip the
radio
knob
dial.
off.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. But we came up since it's
Off
slow
season.
and it's not football season. We came up with our some 1010 XL power rankings, and we can get hectic Friday if you guys want to. We can get real hectic Friday.
This always ends up with hurt feelings and demeanor changes, but we'll take it. We'll take it under advisement. I may have to scout this out, ET, and see where we fall, my brother.
I like this.
To see where we fall. Just let's go ahead and say this right now.
This is not my list. This is not my list.
And that's fair. But coming off of Matt's tease, this is the way to say it. If it happens on Friday, it suits E and I. If it doesn't happen on Friday, we're not happy with where we fell in the hectic rank.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, is that fair?
Yeah.
I got this text to me, so I wonder. Have you? Oh, by the way, what I was going to say, and then you took me off out of your humility.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many golfers in history have multiple PGA Tour wins?
Like more than one?
Yeah. I bet you it's a lower number than you think.
I don't know. 500?
Yeah, I was going to say, is it less than that?
It's probably less than that.
I bet you it's less than that.
Yeah.
ET's a Google machine for me real quick, because I got something that I'm going to do, and then I'll get you on your trending kick. Google for me the number of, how many PGA pros in history have multiple tournament wins? I bet you it's a lower number than you think. You know, I bet you a ton of guys. Here's a question, Matt. More guys have one win or more guys have multiple wins in PGA history?
Oh, that is a good question.
But minimum amount of starts, right? We can't just use, I wonder how many. I've got him thinking now. Matt falls in that category, gang. That's why I brought it up. You're Bay Hill back-to-back, wasn't it?
Yep. Back-to-back.
According to the Google machine here, approximately 26 players have at least 25 career wins on the PGA Tour. More broadly, there are about 250 players who have won 5 or more PGA Tour events.
Okay, so 250 at 5. So it's probably closer to 500 for more than one.
Yeah, that feels high to me.
That feels high to you?
255. I don't know if I believe that. And if it is, we're talking about like stuff from back in the day.
Yeah. We got to get into this. We got to use this. We got to use this old moniker. Modern game. That's the one we let you in the modern era of PGA golf. All right, I just got to run this by, and then we got to see what's trending. We're going to run out of time.
Okay.
Adam Scott played 9 holes at Oakmont, shot 3 over despite hitting every fairway. Rory played 9 holes. He had a triple bogey on 2 and a bogey on 8. They're already talking about cutting the rough down.
Really?
Do they do that?
What do you mean? Do they
adjust? Like, does a golf course spend 4 years getting ready for the U.S. Open?
4 years. They probably have spent the last since.
From a plan, you have a plan of what you want the rough to be. Do players complain enough to change those things, or do you have enough respect for the U.S. Open that you're just going to deal with it?
I think it's a talking point the week of the U.S. Open always is the rough. So maybe they're hammering that home a little bit. Look, Oakmont, as far as major championship golf courses and venues, is probably the toughest. Not bringing in other elements like weather. I'm just saying golf course. Yep. Oakmont is the toughest.
And that rough.
Rough is it. We more than likely are going to see a champion with a over par score here.
Okay, and this is funny too, by the way, because you tend to remember everything Tiger is just ending in gold. But his Oakmont in 07, he led Angel Cabrera by 2 shots going to the 4th round, and Cabrera won. Quickly, let's see what's trending if we're going to get through this day, and we'll do this quick. Go step aside. Welcome in Jaguars today. All that. It's a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. E, what you got, man?
Number 5.
I got to hustle here too.
Oh well, I hope you're not flying Southwest anytime soon, either you boys.
Well, I'm flying Saturday on Southwest. What does that mean?
Well, you're going to be paying for those check bags.
Even if you booked without the pay?
Yep. You got to pay for check bags moving forward. Now, you know how they used to promote free check bags?
I knew they were doing all that, but I assumed if you bought your ticket before they changed the policy that you're... I
think that goes into effect. It went into effect June 1st. So if you bought before then, you might be good.
Okay, that's what I'm wondering, because I bought tickets before it went into effect. I mean, whatever. Either way, I got one bag.
Number 4.
I hated the explanation that the CEO had. I won't even say what it was. His explanation was weak sauce.
How often do y'all think of Noah Lyles?
Is the Duke player?
No, Noah Lyles, the track star.
Oh, yeah.
Not often.
Not at all.
Well, he's upset with Adidas because he wants his own signature shoe, claiming, well, if Anthony Edwards has his own signature shoe, then he should have his own signature
Yeah, then play on TNT 3 nights a week, Bubba.
Right,
I mean, the problem
right.
is you play a sport, the only time we notice you is Olympics. That's the fact, for the most part.
That's it.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Oh, man, I saw this. This was perfect for trending today. Wife attempts to run over husband for spending too much time on the golf course. And the video is crazy.
That's a bad marriage.
Oh man,
I saw one. There's some on social media, like the one dude had a guy explain to his wife how it took 9 hours to play. Have you ever seen that one?
No.
Like she said, like, oh no, we got done fast today. Some days it takes 10 or 11 hours. And that's when they leave at 6:30 on Saturday morning, get home at 6. Oh yeah, no, we're on the 9th hole. She had no clue. So sounds similar. I don't know how you can be married to someone and feel so in control of them that they can't play golf.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
Sounds like she sucks.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Oh, this is a sad story. It's trending right now. A teen track star, after winning the 400 meters, she was stripped of the state title after reenacting an iconic celebration that Maurice Green did back in the day with a fire extinguisher. Jeff, you remember when I think he was running the 100. And once he won, he took off his cleats and somebody sprayed the cleats down with a fire extinguisher.
Okay, yeah. This is the same country where you can be a dude and go win that 400 meter and nobody say nothing. Is that what I understand?
That's what.
So a little girl runs a young lady runs the 400 and wins it on her athleticism, but because of her celebration, which was not offensive, wasn't it?
Not offensive at all.
Because of her celebration, they're going to take it away. Yet
celebration after
the
competition's over.
By herself.
Yeah. Yet dude in this country can go race against a girl. Yeah, it is a hellish war on young women in sports in this country. And if y'all don't recognize that, you're obtuse, man.
On top of that, she was disqualified for competing in the 200 meter.
What is the deal? There had to be some. I don't know. That sounds weird.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Number 1.
Well, tell her just to make a big decision next week and be Bill next week, and she can just run.
Steve.
Gentlemen, do y'all know who Sydney Sweeney is?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Well, Sydney Sweeney, she's selling a limited edition soap made of her own bathwater.
Oh.
Man,
we're about 45 minutes late on this one.
This is I've seen and heard a lot of narcissistic things in my life. This takes the cake.
How much is it going for?
I didn't see.
If people want,
Hold on.
if you think people want to bathe in your bathwater.
Pieces? How many bars? What is it again?
It's a bar soap. It's a limited edition soap made with her own bathwater.
Limited edition soap.
Limited.
That's just
how
full of yourself are you if you think people want to bathe in your discarded filth?
She says fans always joke about wanting my bathwater.
Gross,
I was like,
honey.
This is just such a cool way to make money.
So, next month it's gonna be flatulence in a mason jar. She'll send you one of those. Is that what's next? What are we doing here, man? That's what's trending. Introduce you to the next show. Say goodbye to Matt. Apparently he is so engaged with today's program that he'll be back on Friday. So this is terrific. It's a big win for me. Apparently with some sort of power rankings. We'll vet those.
Yeah.
All right. Back to cool down next. It's a Beach Rose Plumbing Wednesday. Appreciate you, Maddie.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
School's out for summer. More time for 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dan Hicken with a game changer. I've tested the field, and Checkmate Coating is my new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. Better play, better results.
I'm Brendan from Checkmate Coatings. Our precision coatings make your floors the MVP of any space.
Slam dunk your floors at checkmatecoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Hacker here. Y'all know I needed to do something about my weight. When I saw Matt and Mike eating to lose weight, I figured that could probably work for me. And it did. Just look at me now. If you need a weight loss plan that works, visit Awaken180weightloss.com.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal.
Pretty nice weather we're having, huh?
You think this is nice?
I mean, it's sunny, warm. We do live in Florida.
It's not all upside, Jason. Warm weather comes, so all the cool people hit the beach. My old air conditioner craps out, so it's 1,000 degrees inside, and I'm stuck on a video call in my underpants trying not to sweat through my...
Wait. Put these sunglasses on.
I'm not going to put on your...
Whoa. The air conditioning experts at Bueller Air and Plumbing can keep your home office cool and comfortable all summer long. You look good in your meeting, impress the big guy with your cool confidence, maybe finally make assistant deputy regional manager.
Wow, air conditioning can do that?
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all summer worried the weather is going to be too nice, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hey folks, Frank Frangie here reminding you the 4th annual Daly's Walk-Off Charities Golf Classic is right around the corner. We sure appreciate our friends at Daly's, always making it possible, and appreciate so many of you who have played over the years. This year, we're back at Deer Creek Country Club Monday, June 9th at 9 a.m. with tons of prizes, auction items, and an awful lot of fun. You'll even meet some of our young walk-off players. Just go to walkoffcharities.com for more information. Can't wait to see you on June 9th at the Daly's Walk-Off Charities Golf Classic.
Ticket here with lots more on George Moore Chevrolet. Hey, Justin Moore, what are you doing in our commercial?
Dan, this Moore just wanted to remind folks of vehicles less than $20,000 on our lot. Or you can always go more with our Silverado EV.
I have my boy Blue, that beautiful Gator Blue Silverado. Love it. And that service department, second to none. Let's just say it means more to Gabe and the boys who take great care of us.
Not to mention, we do more for the community. We love Jacksonville. Been around these parts since 1986.
George Moore Chevrolet. Need I say more?
This Day in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On May 4th, 1976, the Boston Celtics beat the Suns 128-126 in triple overtime, the longest NBA Finals game in history.
It's the event everyone waits for. Now at Beard's Diamonds. Buy one, get one free on all wedding bands. Now for a limited time, when you buy his wedding band, get hers free. Buy hers, get his free. Save up to $10,000. Are you about to get married or been married for years thinking it's time for an upgrade? There's nothing that symbolizes your love more than the wedding band. Beards has hundreds and hundreds of bands from top designers in white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, titanium, platinum, plain bands, channel set bands, pave set, eternity bands. And for men, masculine bands, wide, modern, with and without diamonds, hammered, brushed, engraved, lots of colors. Come to Beards now and find the wedding band that reflects your style and your personality. Buy one, get the second one free. The big box corporate jewelry stores can't or won't do this, but Beards can. And it's happening now through June 23rd. Buy one wedding band, get the second one free. Don't miss this opportunity to celebrate your eternal love with the eternal symbol. Beards Diamonds at St. John's Town Center.
This is Mike Lynch, PGA golf professional. Take it from me, if you're dealing with an orthopedic issue, talk to the doctors at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where you're treated like a pro.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros. Thanks to all of you who have allowed us to be part of your recovery. Call us at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists if you ever have a need.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Pizza to Tea here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find the scratch kitchen that comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Come on, somebody.
Tired of wrestling with your shower curtain like it's a slip and slide gone wrong? Ditch the drama and say hello to a smooth, stylish glass shower enclosure from Baker Glass. Wago Glass is clean, elegant, and makes your bathroom look huge and brighter. Give your shower a makeover and feel like you're in a spa without the price tag. I'm Mac at Baker Glass. Call me and get ready to love your new shower. Let's make your shower great again. Remember, Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, I'm cooling down with one thing real and one thing feared. The real is It's Travis Hunter, bro. I mean, yesterday, the highlight that he made on the defensive side of the ball is the legend continues to grow even in shorts and shirts. And, man, what an impact playmaker the Jags have added to this roster. And I think certainly Brian Thomas has earned the designation to be considered the Jaguars' best player. But I think it's Travis Hunter. And so does the one poll that we read earlier today that ranked each team 1 to 32 based on their best player. And at least for that one part, they went with Travis Hunter. So I'm cooling down on that. And then I'm cooling down on this, ET, and I'm not going to lie. This fear/reality struck me. I don't know why this was the straw that broke the camel's back. Now, we have talked about some perilous things here in the 9 o'clock hour through the months and years from the New York City headlines on down. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if I don't think a surer signal has been sent that game over, the idiocracy has won, than the bathwater soap being constantly sold out. Sydney Sweeney makes soap out of her used bathwater, and you people sell it out. The idiocracy has won. You don't need to bathe in anyone's dirty bathwater. You're not making out with her. You're absorbing her filth. What she used to, it's gross. And this is like buying human skin online and wearing it out tonight. You're one step away from that, gang. The people that are selling out the soap, ET, let's just say this. I know how they answered the psychopath question yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
They immediately said, she just wants to see that dude again, as they carve their next stitch of skin that they'll wear and apparently buy used bathwater. Yeah, the idiocracy it's not, there's no line. There's no line listed. Game over. Idiocracy wins. You're buying dirty bathwater in the form of soap. Dirty bath, not clean bathwater, not even hers. How about this? Give me a bar of soap that she used before you send me the dirty bathwater. All packaged up as soap. What in the world is going on? Any answers?
People are people, man. People gonna be people. I had to go look up and see
if it's real.
Well, no, it's definitely real.
Okay.
I don't know exactly who Sydney Sweeney was or.
She's that blonde. From. She's super hot right now, man. As far as a movie star, right?
She's a blonde movie star. Yeah, attractive woman.
Yeah, she like this summer was in every time you turned on the TV, she was in it. She's been in a ton of movies lately. That's the only reason.
Oh, she hot right now.
Yeah, right now she's probably number one.
Okay.
And there was a time where her and that the Ana de Armas. So one of them is in every daggum, movie that you see. I have this one. So there it is. The idiocracy wins. I'm cooling down on that. Before we introduce you to Jaguars today, we didn't get into this very much. I might want to get into it again tomorrow, and we'll get into some of the other rankings. But PFF is ranking positional units for the upcoming college football season.
Okay.
Quarterback rooms, running back units, receiving core, offensive line. Today we move to the defensive line. And if you're trying to find some energy towards believing in Florida football past DJ Lagway and beyond concerns with the quarterback, I think it's fair for any level of football to look to the lines of scrimmage. And so when PFF is ranking defensive lines in college football, lists that have just been full of Alabama's, Georgia's, LSU's, Texas A&M's, Clemson's, Miami, FSU, all Michigan, Ohio State, been filled with those level programs for the last few years. I was at least a bit surprised that in the ranking of defensive lines by Pro Football Focus for this year's college football season, Clemson is 1, Bama is 2, Texas Tech is 3. They spent a lot in the NIL, and there's Florida at number 4. Spoiler alert, if you look at the offensive line rankings, Florida is going to be in the top 5. They have a quarterback who's on the rise. If Steve Spurrier or Urban Meyer were coaching this football team, it'd be a 10-win team. Those are the realities and the standard that Billy Napier is going to have to play to this year, in my opinion. Now that I look at everything outside of DJ Lagway that people think and with PFF, it goes beyond thinking into how they grade players. Whether or not that's right or wrong, then oh well.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Service by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. CoolCatsJacks.com.
The coolest cats in town.
Yeah. Hello, Michael.
Good morning.
Oh, man, there's nothing like OTA media, buddy. Woo. get excited. We get excited. We're desperate to see good plays. We discount, whether pads are involved or schemes or anything else, but go make a play for us, and we can talk about it for a day. And if that guy is Travis Hunter and he's making the kind of play he made yesterday that broke the internet,
yeah. I mean, that's
it's fun to do.
That's a ridiculous
It's
play.
ridiculous.
Pads, no pads.
That's right.
Whatever.
That's saying something.
The body control. Now, Tony Smith, for the folks who haven't seen it, I mean, Tony Smith said there's a freeze frame of the ball maybe hitting the ground. Somebody said it could have been incomplete. Okay, maybe it was. I'm not that worried about it, right? But for him to extend fully away from where the quarterback's throwing it, bat a ball with his right arm, and somehow come up and cradle that thing, that's unbelievable.
After showing some physicality on the play downfield, the things you wonder about getting bumped off, not the biggest guy. Here's what I take from that great defensive play, though, Mike. This is what I thought. That dude's making that play on a pass, defending a guy who knows where it's going. Wait till he's the guy who knows where the ball's going.
Right.
Wait till he's the one that's going and he's using those skills to receive a pass where, the defender is the one that doesn't know. I mean, that to me.
He's got crazy hands. I mean, he's got great ball skills. We've seen it at Colorado. I mean, some of the catches he's made, back shoulder thrown behind his body, just grabbing him one hand in it. He plucks the ball out of the air. I mean, look, the guy didn't. It wasn't hype. He was a full-time two-way player superstar at the college level. So, can he do it at the pros? It's nice at least that he's flashing some of this at this early stage.
Yeah. Looks like the real deal. I mean, again, we got a long way to go, but I mean, wonder when powers activate. It just feels like everything we saw from Brian Thomas Jr. on one side, you're going to have that equal, if not even better, ability on the other side. So we're running out of excuses here for this offense to not be real good. We'll see how the O-line progresses. Jaguars today is coming up next. What you got in the plans?
We'll talk about that a little bit. Then we'll also get into with Dawuane Smoot returning. Who's the third guy? Who's that third piece to the pass rush behind Josh Hines-Allen, Trayvon Walker, if you assume those are going to be the top two, as we all likely do assume. So we'll get into that. Got some leftover Monday OTA sound. Jamal St. Cyr going to stop by. So we got a lot to do.
Now, I know you are football exclusive and Jags mostly, so you don't get to weigh in on some of these other sports, but you fired your basketball coach. I was curious where you, as a Knicks fan, fall on the Thibodeau move.
I could have gone either way with it, honestly. He took him further than any coach has taken him in a quarter century. At the same time, he grinds the team down. It's not so much what he did in the postseason. He did that all regular season. He doesn't play his bench at all, which is odd. At a certain point, you got to get some of these guys some experience because you get injuries, you get foul trouble, and it
was hard for me to get over and they ended up winning the game. I would consider luckily, but when he went away from Brunson and left McBride in there for 6 or 8 minutes of a fourth quarter,
I'll
that
tell
made
you what,
no
though,
sense.
I watched every minute of that series, and every time they put Brunson back in is when the Pacers started to narrow the gap.
Yeah.
They did. They abused him on the defensive end, and that second unit had the big lead in the first game. They put the starters back in, and they're the ones who blew it down the stretch, and they did that several times throughout the series.
All right. Enough about NBA coaches. Yeah. It's Jaguars football with Jaguars Today coming up next. It's been a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Spirited sports talk.
He never wavered in his belief.
Spirited sports conversation.
If you're going to act like a loser, raise your hand.
1010